What is the worst month of the year? March.
June.
January.
Man, I was very excited to do this podcast. That answer just went so many different directions. No, see, not get into that. Well, let's get into it.
You're right.
No way.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
And go ahead. I think I understand why.
I have multiple angles, but I would I would say
This guy's doing science.
January is also when like everyone has their New Year's resolutions, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the gym."
Worst time
to
gym.
go to the gym, right? Also,
Bunch of casuals.
bunch of casuals, and then
Unseriousness.
get out of my way. Like that, it's that type.
Like I've
Silly
been
goose
on this.
behavior.
Like you're
I
taking up
was-
space,
yeah.
taking up air.
And you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I was at Planet Fitness at 12 a.m. on December 31st. I mean January 1st.
Yeah. You
Like-
watch the ball drop from Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And but yeah, two is also because like, you know, the fall time is so great. And like, you know, winter, December, you have all these holidays, and then January it's like New Year and then nothing for like what, 3 months, 4 months?
You got back to back. Like when you're in school, it's just
Martin
like
Luther King Jr. Day. What are you trying to say?
I don't even know when that is. Is that in January?
Yeah.
it is.
But you have, it's
Do
the
you,
third.
do you have a day off?
It's the third Wednesday of January.
Do you have a day off?
Now I do. I started getting paid for holidays.
But like that's like an official holiday you're off?
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
But like also Valentine's Day in February.
That's
No,
not
but
January.
right
it's not
around the
it's not
corner.
a stacked day though. Like who cares? Like in what you're talking about is fall, winter. It's like stacked. Like okay, Thanksgiving is on a Thursday, so then
Yeah.
the Wednesday is off, the Friday is off.
Yeah.
Christmas, it's just like, bruh, forget half of December. First of all, like even if you're not off, people are like they're not mentally checked in to work, to anything. If you're in school, like tons of breaks, all that time, it's a good time to like stack stuff up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then January comes and you're like, damn, like it's about to be dry and cold.
Yep.
I like January.
What do you like?
Why
about
do you
It
like
feels
January?
fresh.
She's,
Feels-
she's a casual. She's a casual.
I like it. It feels fresh. It feels new. It feels like, you know.
She goes to Staples. She gets like new like markers and pens.
It's like New
a
Year's.
planner.
This year is gonna be different.
She gets like a $50 planner. I was gonna say $20, but I get a $20 planner.
I was going to say for us, you are more of the New Year's
No,
planner
no, no, no,
than
no,
I am.
no.
New Year, new me.
I get a planner starting October because that's when they're cheaper.
What?
It's only going to have 3 months left.
Or you get the next year's.
Next year's.
Why is it cheaper?
Because in January it's like spiked.
Oh, so it's like the
Yeah.
pre-sale. You're pre-ordering.
I'm pre-ordering
Yeah, but
next
the
year. Yeah.
calendar that you're getting already had all the months from January. So yeah, you might have saved some money, but you could have, you know what I'm saying? It's not adding up.
What
But
are you talking about?
You do plan for January though. Like you're like a January planner.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Frost.
you're probably like
Why are
New
you
Year,
calling me
new
a cash?
me.
No.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Why are you
Deadass.
saying that? Why are you calling me that?
Because you do that. That is who
When?
you are.
You're
You're
like,
like,
oh my god, this year it's gonna be different.
yeah.
When?
Frost.
Why are you putting me in this box?
Because let me tell you, set the scene. We're driving one day, going to an event as a group or something, but me and Frost are driving together. And
What event?
Dead serious. He goes, so what are your New Year's resolutions and how do you plan on like achieving that?
No. I didn't say New Year's.
Dang.
I said next year. That's different. That's a different vibe. I'm not talking about
So when does the next year start?
like now, like tomorrow.
Oh, gotcha.
No, it was New Year's. that
No,
you were
but
referring
wait. Hold on. I have no context and I don't know what we're talking about. And I don't want to be in the guys,
to.
if you're
Frost,
listening
that's
right
who
now.
you are.
No. I'm asking you because I know that's who you are. Because you literally
January
just said
1st comes around and Frost finally posts to the grid.
Oh,
that's not true.
Yes, it is.
I
And
posted
there's like a little
February.
poem. It's like a poem.
A
you know?
poem talking about seasons.
Yeah, like the snow's falling.
changes.
Yeah, he's like January is the best month ever. This year is about to be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say this. There is a little shift in the vibe.
Yeah.
I do feel it a little bit. But I'm not but I've been on it. Like it starts for me in like
Like you started
December.
this trend. Oh, okay.
It
No,
starts
that's
for you in
a trend.
December, but the idea is that you're like doing it for the new
But the
year.
idea, okay. The idea is when I see like, okay, it's 2024, right? When I see it change to a 5, I'm like, this means something. There's some significance to that. You might be right.
I was joking,
That's-
but then you confirmed it.
No, it's true. This whole time he's clowning those people. I'm like, dead ass, that's for us.
Damn.
No, that's good though. I feel like no change, and I'm like, damn, dude. Maybe I should.
You feel no change?
No,
Wait,
like
okay.
when the ball drops, I'm like, damn. Like it still feels like 2024.
Okay, it's Shamir's birthday. Happy birthday, Shamir.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh.
Okay. So do you feel that on your birthday?
This year, not at all. Last year and every year before that, yeah.
Do you feel that during your birthday? Amber. Do you feel that during your birthday?
No.
You
You don't feel
a
like a
shift?
change,
No,
like
I
a shift,
I feel very numb.
or an energy.
Sometimes I
You
cry.
feel numb?
Yeah, sometimes I cry.
That's how I feel now.
You want to cry?
No, numb.
Oh.
Like I just don't feel.
Yeah.
Like
it's
it's-
either numb or I cry, but I don't feel
Why do you
like an
cry?
internal shift.
The
I don't-
age thing?
No. It has nothing to do with like the overall picture. I think I just be sad and I just
No, but
be crying.
why?
That used to happen to me too.
Yeah.
I used to get like sadder on my birthday. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I think like I'm not looking at the overall bigger picture, but I guess maybe subconsciously shit hits just different. Like you feel a little bit more, I don't know. Like something about life is like hitting you in that moment. Like things just feel a little bit deeper on that day. It's not like every other day, just everything feels more severe.
it's also like maybe it's like okay, it's an important day, but you don't feel that important sometimes. And you're like, damn.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you reflect of what the last year was?
No.
No, I do that January 1st. No, I'm kidding.
No, because some people do.
Yeah.
Because it's an easier way to mark.
It's a good way, yeah.
Like-
no, I usually do that. at
Like
the end of the
literally
year.
everything within 2024 from January to December.
Yeah, I do that.
Whereas on your birthday, it's like it's harder to like remember all of the months in that order.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does
Does that make sense?
I'd be reflecting in the winter during seasonal depression, where it's like probably the worst time to reflect. I'm like, everything sucks, and I'm bad at everything.
Wait, so how are you reflecting currently? Like you said, you
I'm
don't feel
not
it this year
reflecting
at
at
all.
all.
You don't feel
No reflections.
You don't feel older. You don't feel like
No.
nothing.
It just feels like another day, which is kind of sad. But like, I don't feel sad.
This is the day of a nerd. You know how it is.
You know how it is, yeah. And don't feel like a day of a nerd.
that's a crazy reference I just dropped.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think they know.
Then you don't.
I don't think they care.
Someone's gonna be like, "Yo, that was a banger."
Yeah, dude. Like I've been a follower. Like Shimmer core.
Yeah.
No, in
Shimmer
like
core.
in like 10 years, this right here, they're gonna be like, yo, he referenced Dave a nerd, bro.
You reference it.
There's gonna be
pull-
some white kid in the suburbs making a video about like on the 200th episode. Oh, guys, by the way, 200th episode of Strange Brothers.
200 episode. Let's go.
You know, it doesn't feel like it.
Oh my god.
Speaking of things, no, this is great. Like with the question, it ties in with like the moment. You
Yeah.
know? Like.
He's doing his New Year shit.
But
No,
he said he's not
you're
feeling
right.
it.
I am.
But he's not. You're not feeling the 200th episode. Or
You
do
know what it is? You know what it is? Like when there's story, then it matters. Like, but the question is, what is the story?
We're a failing podcast for 200 episodes.
Yeah, that's the story.
That's the story.
But like, what tied it in was like, okay, it's Shamir's birthday. Like, he's on this weird. Like, you're not 30 yet, but you're almost there. You're
Almost
basically
there,
there. Like, you're
yeah.
almost an Amber.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Amber's
I'm
not
good.
30 yet.
Yeah, I'm cool.
but
She has 1 month.
You have one month left.
I have 2 weeks left. I have like a week and a half left.
Damn, you about to be old as fuck.
It's okay.
Are you holding on to it? Oh, you're different.
I
Different than
don't-
usual.
I don't mind. I'm
Is
like,
it sad?
no,
Okay.
I feel good.
Really?
Yeah. I always feel like I've been a late bloomer. So my 30s will be good to me.
Wait, talk about that. What do you mean? You feel like
I
you've
feel like
always been
in
a late
life,
bloomer?
every single thing I've ever done, or I've ever like been as like somebody through school, with grades, through just like comprehending certain things. I feel like I've always been a late bloomer. I was the youngest in my grade. I feel like I feel like I was 2 years pushed ahead and I was 2 years behind, like internally.
What you're saying is you're just immature.
No, not immature.
No,
Yes, but I feel like, you know, I've always like dealt with seasons late. I've dealt with like, I started dating late. I started having crushes late. I started like,
dating late.
Yeah, I started dating late. Like people were dating in high school. I was like terrified.
In Islam, we just kind of call that got married late.
Got married early.
Oh, whoa, it got too real for a second. The first person to ever start dating right after getting married too early.
first
No,
and then dated after.
This is facts. This is facts.
It's like Soulja Boy. I'm the first rapper to
get
date
married.
after I got married.
Yeah, no, literally. I didn't have a boyfriend until after I got married. Story time on TikTok. Go find it there. We're not going to go into it here.
Yeah.
But yeah, like every single thing in life, I feel like I've always been late to, and I've been okay with it. I've just understood that's just what it is. I was a late bloomer into like glowing up and like growing into my features. Like,
And is that still happening?
I feel like I still am a late bloomer.
Like you haven't glowed up all the way yet.
No, I think I'm starting to glow down now.
You reached Super Saiyan.
I think
Super
I
Saiyan
think I've
3?
hit my decline,
Okay. She's not Super Saiyan.
but I'm not like accepting my decline.
And
I'm
when
just-
was it? When did you peak? Just for reference.
You know, like average person peaks 21.
What?
Average woman, you know, say like they
Yeah.
say like that is your
average.
prime.
Okay.
That's your prime.
He understood when he said woman.
No, it's true. It's true, bro. Like,
He's like, what? For
like,
us?
like men be peaking in their 30s.
Like the movie, the store Forever 21. Like
Yeah.
it's 21 is supposed to be your prime. I feel like
Is that what it's? That's why.
yeah.
Oh,
Wait, really?
Yeah.
so limited
That's
two
crazy.
is limited two is saying you peaked at 2 years old.
No,
It's designed like it.
it's not even called limited to
What's it called?
justice.
What is that supposed
Oh,
to
it got
mean?
rebranded.
Yeah,
What is it supposed to mean?
justice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, there's no like deep meaning?
I don't think
Forever
so.
21 is kind of deep.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Yep.
That's like kind of sad almost.
Yeah, but I feel like I probably peaked around like physically, probably like 26, 27, 20, like then. I mean, I'll try to like be cute, but you know.
Okay,
I was
there's like a
effortlessly-
movement. I don't know if it's a movement, but like a lot of women that are like they're making a comeback in like their I want to say late 30s, like 40s.
Mm-hmm.
But they show like before after pictures. They're just like eating really healthy, going to the gym and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like vibrant about life,
Yeah.
like in a very different way.
I'm
I don't know.
excited. I feel like
Women are like they have a whole different thing going on.
Yeah.
I think the 30s when they really say, "Oh, 30s and new 20s," I feel like that's coming, and alhamdulillah.
I think that's due to inflation.
Yeah, people are buying houses in their 20s, now they're buying them in their 30s.
No, that's true. I relate to that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
The whole late bloomer thing. Like, I figure out stuff like way later. But when I figure it out, son,
Yeah.
like, first of all, I'm gonna brag about it, like
Yeah.
crazy.
Everybody's like, "We've been figured this out."
Yeah, because the thing is, like, I'm like not paying attention. It's not that like I don't get it. It's that I'm not paying attention.
Yeah.
I don't care about that thing yet.
Yeah.
Like when I started learning, like when I was like, oh, I care about this thing, I can learn like the same amount that like average people have consumed or whatever. And it's not about like I have a faster processing speed or whatever. It's just that I'm so addicted. I'm so passionate in that moment that I can literally consume the amount of information I need to understand X subject in a much shorter amount of time. And I remember watching a TED talk about this, about like how procrastination leads to like doing something in a better, fresher way. I forget what it was exactly, but it worked for me. And that's what I think we sometimes are kind of like afraid of early on, of like, oh, am I dumb? Do I just not get it? Like, what's the issue? Whatever, right? But then later on, when you figure out how you learn and how you process information, when you're comfortable in your own skin, then you're like, yo, I know how to do this. If I care, I just have to care about it.
Yeah. Or you could be dumb.
Or you could be dumb.
As long as you're self-aware.
It's hard to know.
It's hard to know.
There's
you're
beauty
actually
in
dumb.
accepting that you could be late rather than it never happening. Like, for example, a lot of my friends are married and I am nowhere near being married. And so for me, it was never like, oh, I'm never going to get married. I'm literally about to touch 30 tomorrow. Not trying to take away your
Damn,
shine,
bro, come
Shamir.
on.
Let's
I got
not be your
one
birthday
day.
first.
One day.
Okay, I'm turning 30 very soon.
You're numb though.
Yeah, I'm numb. So you can take it.
But like being able to be like, it's not my time, but my time is coming. Like being able to like internalize that and feel like that's my reality helps so much more than thinking it's something that's just unattainable because it's not in sight yet. It helps.
That makes sense.
And that's why March is the worst month.
Oh, right. Your answer. March is the worst month because
Seasonal allergies.
What? No, like it's not even April and it's not February.
What's so good about April?
like
April
showers bring May flowers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
And-
but why is that? I feel it, but like, why is that?
I don't know why it's a thing, but you get it,
I get it.
but you don't get it.
Yeah, March doesn't really like exist.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What's the
March
like, name-
Madness?
name
March
one-
Madness.
No, you don't even watch March Madness, and none of us do.
But it's hype. Like I feel
They
the hype.
they
you know?
literally had to
No,
make
the
March
the brackets.
Madness.
You don't make the brackets?
No,
Like,
I
you don't make the brackets?
I
They
would rather
had
make a
to.
Disney bracket than make like we've literally made every bracket besides a March bracket on this podcast.
They had to make March Madness because it had no type of like anything.
Wait, does it?
They
Is
had
it-
to give it importance somehow.
Yeah.
So they just started assigning shit.
But like it's not bad. It's like not bothering anybody.
What is the month of March?
know?
Like,
Yeah,
isn't
but-
it somebody's month?
Whose month?
Is it like Spanish Heritage
Asian
Month or something?
American? Is it Blackish?
Cinco de March?
I feel like it's shared by a bunch of people.
What'd you say?
I feel like it's shared by a bunch of communities.
March?
Yeah.
Let's
They
see.
were like, yeah, you can have March.
March is.
Yeah, we need to figure out what March is.
No, but name one March vibe.
Honestly, I have a lot of friends that have birthdays.
Okay.
Oh, it's National Women's History Month. See, I told you it wasn't.
Oh, no
important.
wonder we don't care about it.
Right. That's
It
why
all makes sense.
It's also National Peanut Month, National Reading Month,
That's the
National
same thing.
Umbrella
boring.
Month,
Boring.
National Trisomy Month,
no, peanut is
Boring.
a synonym for women.
National Sauce Month. That's important.
Not boring, but yeah,
National Noodle Month.
could be boring.
All kitchen items, if you notice.
National
Peanuts, sauce,
Woke. Is there a
pasta.
vacuum like mopping?
No, listen to this one. National Cheerleading Safety Month.
Oh my God.
What the heck is? Why do you need a month for that?
National Nagging
Not
Month.
Cheerleading Month.
Not everything needs a month, by the way. Can we agree
You
on
don't
that?
think that brain
doesn't.
injury awareness needs a month, Shamir?
That's too
That's
long.
March.
I don't think they know
That should be March Madness because all those football players are getting mad CTE.
Wait, isn't that
It's
basketball?
Oh. Right.
Dang, how did Amber know that? That's crazy. I think someone has
guys are right.
brain injury awareness month.
I went mad in March.
Yeah.
Okay, the point is we're looking for stuff in March. Name another month right now. I'll give you the instant vibe.
June.
Hot. Wait, June was the month I picked as the worst
Okay,
month.
fine. Ready? November.
Thanksgiving.
April.
Fall brown.
August.
April flowers.
August.
August Leo. Hot. Summer vacation.
Craziest people born in that month.
Yeah.
Weirdest people.
Bat shit.
But
That
August
Weirdos.
says to me vacations.
It was
Like
giving,
a lot of people are like let's go somewhere in August.
August gives me warm toned brown.
Honestly, August is a vibe. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's like end of the summer, but it's also like beginning of like you kind of sense the fall vibes, you know?
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Like it's
Try
in
and
the air.
cherish the summer
It's
as
crisp.
much
Yeah.
as you can because it's leaving.
yeah.
You don't appreciate summer in June and July like you do in August.
June, July, August though, they're like a family. Like they're
They are.
They are.
like no, it's not
It's
because
almost like it's called a season.
No. because look, October, November, December, they're not a family.
Yeah, they are.
They're
No, they're
separate.
not.
They're
No,
all
they're not.
like
They're like
adopted kids under like, you know, a
Our
foster
adopted
home.
kids, not a family.
they're like the they're like a superhero team. They're like the
Okay,
Avengers.
yeah.
Like they're not related, but they
When
all
they come
have their,
together?
You don't
they
think
carry
that
so
October,
much.
November is
They're not
No,
related.
they don't.
Oh my God.
They're not related. They all carry like a
They're
very
all very
strong
strong.
energy. Whereas June, July, August, they're like
Synonymous.
hanging out. Like they're like us right now. They're like
triplets.
what's up? Like you could
So they-
exchange them.
Okay, what is there any other sets of months that go together? Like June, July, August?
April, May.
April and no, I would say no.
No?
I feel like April is like here we come. It's like cuz it's like rainy, it's a little gloomy, and then May is like spring is here, bitch.
What about December, January?
No.
Is that weird?
No.
A little bit. I think I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's not. January is like January is like the really like
What is this conversation?
ugly. It's like
Not
the
everyone
ugly
should have a podcast.
Not everyone should have a podcast.
January gives like stepsister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like aggressive stepsister. It's like December's trying to be like, hey, like we're siblings,
family.
and it's like no step. And January's like, I'm gonna reset the order here.
Yeah.
It's like the oldest daughter syndrome.
This January we'll have a new president.
My sister's also born in January. I just said oldest daughter syndrome.
And your brother, right?
Yeah, and my brother. But he's at end of January, and he's like, it's like a different vibe down there because it's Capricorn and what is it called?
Now we're splitting up parts of the
It's
month.
what's
Sagittarius.
going on?
January and August are the longest months of the year. It feels like. January
That
feels
is
like it
true.
takes forever. August takes forever.
January lasts 3 months at least.
Literally. And then February is 2 days.
Yeah.
It's like Valentine's Day and then pissed off because of Valentine's Day.
That matters a lot to people.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Welcome back to Strange
welcome back to
Flavors.
Strange Flavors, everybody.
The strangest included.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We're on the
What she
200th
said.
episode.
You want to say it?
Oh my God. The strangest
see how
and
hard it
greatest
is?
podcast on the planet.
She said it wrong too
On the calendar.
in the game.
In all of the 12 months.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on the 200th episode. It's not like we could have like really hyped this up and like decorated it and
Like
stuff.
what, confetti and stuff?
Yeah, like
Dude.
on the 100th episode, we had 100 balloons. Did you know that?
Did we?
We did.
Yeah.
That was so many years ago.
It was in this room,
Oh.
but it was like a table and 2 chairs, and then 100 balloon in gold.
I don't know why, but sometimes I don't recall
Anything?
the podcast. Like, it's almost like the podcast is one big disassociation.
Yeah, I mean, we've also been doing this for like, what, 8 years now?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
And we've gained 2 subscribers.
Yeah, we're getting 2 subscribers. Woo!
Well, that set the mood really nicely. No, but it's here we are. We're still here.
We're still here.
But it's been kind of like in a way that we're like, let's continue this in a way that is at our pace. It feels good to do it. And that's what we'll kind of get into of like where we've been, what we've been doing. And yeah. How do you guys feel about episode 200? Is it numb? Is it
It's like January.
yeah.
It's like one after 199 and like one before 201. So it definitely feels like right in the middle there.
If you've been listening or watching since the beginning, or like at least for like a while, like comment and just
Oh, please.
tell us like what's the oldest
Yeah.
memory you remember, like what you were doing when you first started listening or something. Like I always love
Or
to
your
hear like
favorite memory from the
Yeah.
podcast.
Or like how the vibes have changed of the podcast or even of your like life. Like, oh, I was listening to the podcast around this time.
Yeah.
Like now it's this time.
like we got a lot of messages since we like took another little break here of people that are like, oh, I like this is my studying podcast I listen to, or like I always clean while I'm listening to your podcast. I always drive. So to take that away from people, I mean, it sucks.
Just go back and listen to the old episodes in the meantime.
yeah.
We have enough.
But no, thank you guys for being along the journey for this long. It's been awesome. We actually hinted at the last podcast. It was you and I, Amber, when it was episode 199.
And we didn't know we'd have
we
this
were
long
like,
of a break.
yeah, maybe we'll take another break. Ha ha ha. And then we literally took another break. Ha ha ha.
It was so accidental too.
It was like kind of like we manifested a little
Okay,
bit.
wait. Let me explain my point of view.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm leaving to California, you know, in May, like late May, early June. And then I'm like, oh, they're going to take over the podcast till Amber goes to Pakistan in August. So then I see like, you know.
We did for like
2
times.
episodes.
No, more.
3, 4.
Yeah.
3, 4
I would
episodes.
say 4 episodes.
4 episodes. And then I was like, oh, where are the episodes?
Yeah. So
And then-
here's my perspective.
Yeah.
We packed up in the month of July. At the end of June, we packed up the entire studio because Frost rented an apartment. And so we were like, okay, let's pack up the whole studio and take it there because we're going to go set up this dedicated podcast space that Frost like rented this apartment, and there's a section of this apartment that he like envisioned it in. So we undid everything. We packed up everything, all the wires, took down everything we needed to, put it all in Frost's truck, and then
Oh, I take over now?
yeah.
Yeah, so it was all ready to go, and then I had family come over from Pakistan, and I had imagined that like this would be like a doable thing to like, oh, like let's continue doing the podcast on these days. But there was 11 people in the house, and they needed a lot of attention, and so it was like back and forth between Baltimore and my hometown. And it was like, oh, there's no and work
Yeah.
and everything else. So it was like, oh, there's no time. Plus,
So
like,
we missed 2 weeks. It wasn't that bad. And then
Yeah.
Frost got COVID.
yes,
And that took out the last 2 weeks. And then I went to Pakistan.
Who has COVID in 2021?
Like literally, he's had it like 4 times. Like grow up,
I haven't had it twice.
Frost.
No,
you've had it more than twice.
No, I've
I
only
think
had
he's
it
had
twice.
it twice. Because like I remember everyone had COVID before him. Actually, I feel
Yeah,
like
but
I'm a late
after
bloomer.
that, he got COVID one time.
Yeah.
And then he
It was
got it a
really
second
late.
time. This was a third.
Okay.
I exaggerated by saying
No,
4.
I did not get it.
I
I'm
remember
pretty-
your dad got it, and then you and your brother got it, and I think no one else got it.
No, my dad and my brother got it at the same time.
Oh, and then
but
you-
my dad didn't really have it. He just wanted to have it. He didn't actually have it. He just got all the benefits. But then
How'd you get COVID?
I got COVID at the beginning of the year last year.
No, I'm talking
now.
about this time.
Thank you. Thank you for that historical context.
Starting the year strong. This time, how did I get? I think it was just
Excuse me?
interacting with a ton of people all the time. But then I was like, then I had to, what's it called? Quarantine away from all my family
Yeah.
in the
The 11
apartment
people?
alone. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is crazy because then Frost only rented the apartment for the month of July. So then, you know, I'm going to Pakistan, whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. We're not going to do this podcast in Frost's apartment anymore. So I'm leaving to Pakistan. I'm at the airport. I check in. I give my bags. I'm at the gate. My flight gets canceled. I turn around back. I'm leaving the airport. I'm trying to figure out what to do. My brother's literally like, hey, I just drove 4 hours back and forth trying to drop you off. Get an Uber. Okay. I'm looking at my phone, looking at Uber prices. I look up and I see in the wild, you can see a lot of Dower lookalikes.
That's my brother, my little brother.
And so I'm squinting my eyes, and this Dower lookalike is squinting back at me. It's not a Dower lookalike, it's Dower. And so I'm like,
It's the real one.
hi, can you, I don't know, drop me back home? So then Frost and Dower were there dropping off their family members, which is, you know, one of the 11 people that were staying in his house. And so I hop into their car and we're like reminiscing over all this stuff. They drop me back home. I end up going to Pakistan the next day. We get back, and as I'm coming back, Frost goes, hey, when can we come set back up? And I was like, why did we pack everything away? Like, we literally had everything set up to a T. So we had to take some extra time to reset up the studio. But we out here.
Yeah.
Now we're back.
Yeah.
Now we're back. In the meantime, you were in California,
Yes.
living the dream.
I was living the dream.
For 3 months.
3 months, yeah. It was
Talk
great.
about how was it? I mean,
You were slaying the game.
What did you go? I mean, we kind of talked about before you went there what your expectations were and stuff. You were saying that like I'm kind of going over there. I have some things I'm gonna work on, but like I'm leaving it open ended, see
Yeah.
what happens, and right away you're in the mix.
Instantly. Literally day one.
Like what are you getting into? How is this happening? Who are you connecting with?
I just want to say a lot of people were like, yo, I'm excited for your California recap on Strange Flavors. So, but I didn't like package my thoughts because I wanted to kind of like
Okay, no preparation.
no preparation, right? But I just want to say like California was like one of the best experiences I've ever had. Like those 3 months were like insane. So basically,
Like for your passions or just like in general?
I think in general, like just as a human growing up, like yourself, you know, like forcing to live by yourself in a new city, not knowing anybody or like knowing a few people and like growing from there. And then also like the passions and like my work stuff, like it was just helped in every direction. So
You were in movie premieres and everything. You made your way in there.
yeah. And I was not expecting any of that. And as soon as I just got there, things just happened. Like I wasn't like searching for it. It was like, it just came across my path. And I was like, that is insane.
And was it because of the work you had done back home, the kind of connections you had made, and like the brand that you had built for yourself?
Yeah. So all three of those things. So like all the work that I did obviously gave me like enough credibility to like, know like people in different areas. And then like the connections I made really helped. So I had one of my like really good friends, Ahad. He like took me everywhere throughout the summer. Like he's like well connected in the gaming space and streaming space. Anywhere he went, he was like, yo, you're coming with me. You're coming with me. So I was like really appreciative that I had a friend that like took care of me really well. So big shout out to him. I had another friend, Armand. He like, anybody he knew, like he's like heavy in the YouTube space. Anybody he knew, he was like, yo, you two would be like really well connected. I'm going to connect you two. Like he would just do that everywhere and stuff like that. And anywhere he went, he would invite me too. And so
It's giving like 2016, 20 through like 2019 David Dobrik vlog vibes of like, oh, like we're all together in this. Like, let's just do everything and see what happens.
yeah, and that's crazy because like, you were watching these vlogs, David Dobrik, right? And like they're running into all these like random famous people. And that's how it is. That's how LA is. Like, especially if you know like a few people, you run into these people. I ran into like two of the vlog squad. I ran into Jason Nash, Todd, both insanely nice. So like I ran into random actors, like the guy from 40-Year-Old Virgin. Like I ran into him in VidCon, right? And he's just like walking around and I like interview him. And then I'm like, dude,
Steve Carell?
no, the black guy. He's like also working. Yeah. So I saw him ask a question at VidCon, like at a panel. And my friend and I go like, is he that actor? He's like, where is he from? And he's like, oh, 40-Year-Old Virgin. And so we go up to him and like we interview him. We talk for like 10 minutes. And he's like, oh, where are you guys going? We're like, oh, we're about to leave the convention. He's like, oh, let me walk with you guys. So we're walking together. I'm walking with this actor that I've been watching for like 20 years.
Oh my God.
And then we're just like talking and chatting. And then outside, he's like, oh, let me take a picture with you guys. He's taking a picture with us.
Crazy.
And so then like,
Is he washed?
What do you mean?
Like, is he like, has he not been doing anything? Or
No,
is
he's
just like,
he's so basically he's always been doing YouTube, but like
Oh.
now he has like a kid and stuff, so he actually wants to like heavily like do YouTube more because he like acting takes so much time away from like your family and stuff like that. So he's actually like always bullish on YouTube and stuff like that. So like I met an actor like that was just crazy random. I met the Teen Wolf actor, the main guy. I'm like, I told him, I was like, yo, I've been watching you since I was like a teenager and stuff like that. He was like really cool. And
is that true or did you just say that?
no, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, in the middle, I haven't watched him at all, but like, since then.
People are like, oh, I'm such a fan.
Yeah.
But they're not really.
Yeah. That wasn't
Did
me.
you like stay connected with like, because the guy was like, let's take a picture and stuff.
Yeah. So we're connected. He knows me and stuff like that. A few other guys, like, it's more like they like will casually see you over time. It takes like, it's not like the first time. It's like
You're at the same parties and stuff.
you say at the same parties. And they're like, oh, I remember you, like, and
3
stuff like that.
conventions deep type thing.
Yeah. Not even conventions, parties. I think parties is more where like people are like, oh, okay. Everyone's like relaxed.
And is it? And are these parties? You were at like a number of these parties. Were they like Illuminati vibes, like Burning Man orgy tent vibes?
No, these were like, honestly, these parties were just like regular birthday parties, like random. It's kind of like college parties or whatever.
Oh, like frat.
Yeah, but it's like everyone's you recognize. Like I remember the first party I went to. The second night I was there, literally, it was this guy named Shroud. He's like up there in the streamer world. See Ryan Higa, like right there.
So I would die.
Dude, and like
I think you sent a video when you
yeah. And that was the second day.
Out.
So like I told you guys I was like, I was like nervous to go up and stuff like that. After like a few times you like experience what it's like seeing someone from like the screen to the, in real life, you get like not numb to it, but you get used to it.
I don't know why I feel like I'd be so much more excited to see a YouTuber or like a TikToker that I really like versus like a celebrity for some reason, just because I like valued and consume
because
that.
you're so connected to them.
Yeah.
And then you're like, dude, I've been watching you forever.
Yeah. So they like oftentimes will say how LA is like so out of touch. Was there any, being somebody who's not from LA, not from it, was there any out of touch behavior or habits that you noticed while being in the scene, or not really?
That's a good question. I think the entire like place of LA is its own universe. And like out of touch, it makes sense. Like nothing's out of touch inside of it. But like if you think about it, everybody's also looking towards LA in a way, right? So like remember Kendrick Lamar, right? He dropped the diss track with Drake. He was filming it 30 minutes away from me. He was doing the concert that everyone's watching 30 minutes away from me. Like the entire city is like, yeah, like Kendrick, like stuff like that. So like, seeing these celebrities, it might be like out of touch for people outside.
Right.
But everyone's still looking at LA.
Sure.
In this way. So I don't know if that's what you meant by out of touch.
This guy's out of touch coming back to Maryland.
Dude,
He's like, oh, it'll be like one car in front of him. He's like, dang, reminds me of LA traffic.
yeah,
He'll get a coffee. He's like, dang, more expensive than LA coffee.
Literally.
He's getting gas. He's like, cheaper than LA.
No, but the
like,
funny
bro,
thing
you're
about
not in
the
LA
LA,
anymore.
no, but the LA coffee thing was funny because he was like, "This is like more expensive than like LA," and the difference was like 12 cents or something.
Yeah, it was 30 cents. But here's the thing. Like people are like, LA is way more expensive. Like everyone's like, oh, how much is the coffee? Literally, as soon as I went there, people messaged me like, how much is this coffee? I was like $6 or $6.50. They're like, oh, that's not that bad.
No, but
I'm
like,
but I come here.
where?
Random coffee shops.
Like you can still go to like, they don't really have Dunkin' there, right? Like they have Starbucks everywhere.
I compare
More so
like
than-
mom and pop coffee shops with other mom and pop coffee shops.
Which makes sense because even here, like even like the mom and pop shops in my town are like expensive.
Yeah.
Like $7 for a what's it called? A
Latte mocha.
a kettle corn latte. That's what's in
That's
right now.
disgusting.
No.
That's
Don't
not
say that. Don't say
disgusting.
that.
Please.
I will
We're not starting this.
come
Yeah.
over. We have
No.
Stop it right now. I swear to God, guys, listen to me. They have a pumpkin
Frost, don't piss me.
chocolate
He sounds
chip-
more
pumpkin
LA
batter.
Yeah.
than
Pumpkin
me.
batter chocolate chip
What is this?
and
Ew.
kettle corn latte with it. It comes with 3 little popcorns on top. I mean, you can't beat it.
I don't know why I thought kettle corn was those candies.
It is.
No, not
No.
candy corn.
Oh.
You guys are not
Wait, that's way
cultured,
more
bruh.
disgusting.
Wait,
Kettle
but
corn?
doesn't
corn
it
is
just
nasty.
get soggy? Is it hydrophobic?
You know, like imagine caramel popcorn, right?
Yeah.
But like a drink of that.
Okay.
Okay, so I think when people compare the
Anyways, it's seven.
the prices,
It's like $7.
like Erewhon is what I think people are comparing it to. Like
The
for
kettle corn
example,
latte
the
is $7. Like that's a lot of money.
Shut up about the
giving
kettle
you-
corn.
I'm giving you an example of a mom and pop shop. A Dunkin' for me
Yeah,
is like $3.
Yeah.
but that's because you're like
knew you were
getting
gonna-
something cheaper.
I knew you were gonna do this.
My shit is like $6.70.
And what are you getting at Dunkin'?
I'm getting a
Like sweet cold foam,
no. I have no sugar in mine. It's
jizz
a
latte.
Iced,
Like
it's an iced cappuccino.
There should be more.
it depends on who's.
An iced cappuccino. Not frappuccino. Iced
Iced
cappuccino.
cappuccino is how much?
It's like $6 and something.
That's
cents.
insane.
What
Iced
size? What size?
A medium iced cappuccino,
That's a
extra shot of
16 ounce?
espresso, almond milk.
No, but Dunkin' should not be that much,
No, it shouldn't.
I know.
which is crazy. So it's just showing how like people's minds about LA on how
Oh.
expensive coffee.
No, but bro,
is
what
not.
is expensive in LA? Like what's
Gas.
actually expensive?
Gas.
Yeah.
And everything else is a little bit more expensive, but that's because they have their sales tax is 10% total.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So like,
Rent.
rent is also what the heck is that?
That's the headphones going in and out.
But yeah,
still good.
rent is also very expensive, but like I think about it like it makes sense. You're surrounded by all this. You're surrounded by so many like opportunities. And
Why are you laughing?
No, it's just You're surrounded by all this.
To be fair, it's like $2,500 for a studio, and that's kind of the vibe in the DMV too.
Yeah, it's not that much cheaper.
Not that much.
That's what I'm pissed off at. I'm like, okay, we spend here. What are we near? Like senators, like people
You know what?
with
No.
nice
I
software
understand
engineers.
now.
The
I understand
president.
now.
The president.
Nobody
like,
important.
No. I understand now. $2,500 for like a DMV apartment, like it's for the access to jobs and like
Yeah,
the lifestyle,
exactly.
right? Why is it expensive?
Frost is in his own
Why am I
world.
talking like this? Like it's I feel like a Malvi. Like, why is it expensive in LA? Because this.
Because this.
No, it's expensive because the
Oh, we're
people that are
answering your
going
question.
there for the people that are going there are like, especially if you're like an artist, a YouTuber, like an actor, whatever, right? It's gonna be more expensive because you're not making that much.
It's also the weather's so nice that everyone wants to live there. So there's like a lot of people that don't
I was
do all
gonna
that
say, I
stuff.
thought it was like
Yeah.
lack of availability.
Yeah, it's that. And yeah, it's just like so many people want to live there that like you just I've never like experienced that much amount of people in like an area. And like for some reason in New York it makes sense because like the buildings are so tall and like you know everyone's in an island, but like LA is just so massive and there's
But
still
no one
so many
wants to
people.
like. No one wants to live in New York forever. Like
I don't think a lot of
Some people do.
I don't think a lot of people want to live in LA forever.
But for work
true.
like reasons, they probably want to live access to things and whatever. But like as far as LA or like California, like that's a place where you can like live, retire. Like
So people
it's so
don't
nice.
want to live in LA forever. They can move out to Orange County.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a friend who like was like born and raised in LA, and she's very much like, I don't understand the appeal. She's in the industry and everything. She's very much like, when I have the opportunity to leave, I'll be happy to leave. I'm like,
What kind of person is she? Does she like quietness? No, I'm not trying to roast her.
no,
I'm just trying to get an analysis.
She's
Okay.
like she's like an influencer. She has a good
an
amount of,
idiot is she?
she's a fitness influencer. She like has a decent following, good opportunities, and that's the only thing. She's like, the opportunities is what's keeping her there, but the lifestyle is not keeping her there.
Yeah, I mean, lifestyle can get pretty expensive, and like obviously you can be a little frugal. Driving there sucks. Parking there sucks.
I will say, oh my god, what is going on?
With the headphones.
Fine, keep talking.
Okay, it's good.
So,
It's good.
I went to a wedding in October in LA, and it was an hour and 36-minute drive, and it took me 4 hours to get there because of LA traffic.
Dang.
It took me 4 hours to get there. I was
Is
an
the traffic
hour
that
late.
bad?
Traffic can be that bad. So yeah.
Like 1 mile took me like 18 minutes one time.
You didn't take Elon's tunnels?
Elon
Are
got
those
to-
are those active now or no?
No.
Oh.
But yeah, with LA traffic, you have to time it right. Like during the day, you cannot go. Wherever you are during the day, you have to stay there, and like you have to wait till after.
What, do you have to wait till 3 a.m.?
No, you can wait till like 7 p.m.
like 4 to 7 is ass.
Yeah, you cannot leave wherever you are. Just stay.
4 p.m. to 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it could be like from 2 to 3 p.m. maybe to 7
Yeah.
p.m. Like, don't leave wherever you are. But yeah, I think people describe LA as like the city of absolutes, and what I mean is like it has the worst and the best. So basically, like you'll see like crazy homeless. Like I remember we drove through Skid Row, even like near my apartment area. Like there was just like tents that are been there for like probably a year, 2 years. There's just so much homelessness. A lot of people are drugged up, but it also has the most beautiful beaches. Like I've seen so many beautiful like sites. Like there's just so much like nice, and there's so much terrible. And I think for me, seeing like and being externally validated through like companies like inviting me to different places, like Comic-Con was like so I was trying to go to San Diego Comic-Con, right? And it's been sold out since November.
Bro made it Muslim. Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. So yeah, Comic-Con's been sold out since November. So San Diego Comic-Con's like the biggest Comic-Con in the world.
And you can't resell tickets.
And you can't resell tickets
Wait,
for
why?
whatever reason. I don't know. It's very like
What about like StubHub?
you can't. It's just like it's only through their portal. It's not like concert tickets or whatever.
Okay.
So it's only through their portal. You have to like exchange information and whatnot. It's like a very hard process, and tickets have been sold out, and it's very
Give your
rare
blood type.
that people just like go no matter what, right? And so like I thought I would just get to LA and be like, oh, I'll just buy a ticket. Nah, right? And no,
I'm Shimmer Wally.
yeah. I would ask around, no one. And then like a week before, like a company was like, "Hey, can you like make content for us? Like,
Oh my
we'll get
God.
you in Comic-Con."
Oh, I'm Shimmer
That's
Wally.
so iconic.
And then I'm Shimmer Wally.
I'm him.
I'm him. So then
Keep shining.
not only did I get to go to Comic-Con, but like I got paid to make content and do all that stuff. So like it was very externally validating because then like the company, as soon as I got there, they're like, "Yo, we're huge fans of your content. Like, oh my God, thank you so much for coming."
Wow.
I was like, "Dang, okay." And they let me in Comic-Con and I was like, "Dude, this is sick." I got invited
Was
to like
it-
a Batman event. The
Wait,
day
what was
after.
Comic-Con worth the hype?
No.
Really?
So
You've
there's
been to a lot of conventions.
There's a lot of
around
hype,
here.
and this is just to make things short. I go to conventions for people's costumes, right? Because that's where I get like most of my content. A lot of people are there to get like news and like meet their favorite actors.
Nudes?
And nudes, yeah, news. And so like they go to the panels to see like, oh, they're gonna release the new
Yeah.
Marvel movies and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
And
where
the-
like Robert Downey comes
Yeah.
out with the Doctor Doom
exactly,
mask.
and people wait like hours and hours and hours in those lines just to get in those panels. I'm not there for that, right? So I do like the hype, and maybe if I was like a bigger name that I could just get invited to those panels or whatever.
Oh, you could
then
like interview the cast. Or something.
yeah, then I would be like, all right, this is like hype. So it does have the
Did
hype.
it have the best costumes?
It did not. I did not see like the best costumes because there's just so many people that are like not wearing costumes. It was just like a lot of people, right? So it was super packed, and but it was great. I like the idea of it. Me going there, I loved it. Like I loved, Eventually, I would like to like go as like a bigger name where like I'm invited to it. Not through like a company, but like through Comic-Con themselves.
Like
And,
as
be
a
able to-
booth or like a filming booth or something.
not even a booth, just like as press or something, and I get to like interview the actors or whatever or something.
That would
like
be
that.
so cool.
Yeah. So that was one of the things. I got invited to like a Batman event the day after, and that was really cool. And
That's dope.
yeah. And like I was just like, this is awesome. Like where else? Yeah.
Was it like a Batman movie or what was it?
Yeah. So they're releasing a show. Funny story. They're releasing a show called The Penguin. It's based off the Batman. And so like we were waiting in line to get into this like they remade a club into like the club from the movie / show. And
Club Penguin?
Club Penguin. Yeah.
Like the game?
No. It's called the Iceberg Lounge, but like the Penguin owns a club, but
Called Club Penguin. Club Penguin IRL before GTA 6.
so we're about to get invited in, or we're about to walk in, and then there's a fire that happens in the building behind.
Wait,
In
a
the
real
Iceberg
fire?
Lounge?
The Iceberg Lounge.
Son, put ice on it.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
Ice 'em. It's the Iceberg Lounge.
It should be
Is it
cold.
real-
How,
ice?
how does the Iceberg Lounge
Oh,
catch on fire?
he said it's not cold.
They should have invited Frosty, bro.
Oh,
I'm saying.
Would have took out the fire.
All right.
But yeah, there was a fire, so we didn't actually get to go in.
wait, into the Club Penguin.
And then to Club Penguin, no, we did not make it.
No.
They opened later that night, but we were just like too tired, so it was like. But it was still cool to be invited, stuff like that. Went to different events and met like cool people.
Any rude interactions,
In California.
or maybe celebrity or just Californians?
So far, every celebrity was super nice.
Okay.
Everyone that I met was like very cordial, and I think because I met them in rooms where it like everyone is kind of like a big name, sort of. So
Who did you fanboy over the most, like internally, do you think?
okay, so there's this guy named Ludwig that
Okay.
I told you guys about. I fanboyed over him because he like gave me the respect and time to like give me the interview and like really.
And he's like a really big streamer.
He's a big streamer / YouTuber. Like he's been in Mr. Beast videos and stuff like that. So he's somebody that I think is very, very smart in the game and stuff like that. And he was like really nice. And then also the 40-year-old virgin guy. I thought like him just like hanging out with this actor. Like I sent his picture to my parents and they're like, oh my God, he's hilarious.
Oh,
So,
that's
like,
awesome.
So they know who
Dude, that's
it is.
crazy. Like like traditional actors and stuff, even if they're not like as popular, have as much followers or whatever, it's still like it's a different part of the brain.
Yeah.
That like you just value them in a different way.
And I've been seeing this like now, especially me being invited to the movie premiere of The Bike Riders, which had Austin Butler, it had Norman Reedus, it had what's the main guy, Tom Hardy. Me being invited to that, it was so cool because like you just see a bunch of influencers and then you see like the director and actor, and I'm like, these movies are trying to get these influencers to promote their movies. Like we're going in this direction. Like this is insane.
Yeah.
And like that was like through me, no connections, no anything. So I was like, and like you guys know, I love movies, I love video games, I love, you know, content world. All three of
Bang
those
Bros.
things. Bang Bros, I love that too. I was on the bus. No, I'm kidding.
Excuse me?
No, like all those three things, like, you know, I got to experience. I also love music. That's like one avenue that I didn't like tap in at all. But it's just all accessible there. You just meet the
Yeah.
coolest people, and like I think it was cool because you feel like externally validated through companies, through people, you know, and then I come back here and I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm like a kid doing like dumb shit, you know? But I go over there and I'm like, oh shit, we're all dumb. Like we're all kids, you know?
All of the, everybody is delusional, and that's okay.
Yeah. And over there it's like
No, it's the opposite. Everybody here doing their 9 to 5s of just like being robotic. Maybe that's delusional.
no.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
yeah, but
simulation
that's-
over
that-
here.
But you have to understand, being delusional is not the norm. Is doing something that's not the norm, and the norm is a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And like
Honestly,
According
having
to this-
stability.
according to
and a lot of
society.
people enjoy that. And according to our
Yeah, that's
society,
true.
yes,
But it's also nam 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 nam.
very much so.
no. I think nam.
I'm crying.
It supports your family. It supports your, like, you know, the kids. Like it supports, like you do that to support, right?
Yeah.
Everyone in LA, we all have crazy dreams. Like
Selfish.
We're self, and like it could support even more than the
It could,
nah.
Mm-hmm.
But like
It
we're
was
just so
it was with an M.
meh.
Yeah.
But we're like everyone's just so crazy delusional, and like it's just like everyone's like supporting each other being crazy and delusional that ends up working out. And like there's a way to make it 9 to 5y as well over there, where it's
Like
not
how
too
Cody
crazy.
Co does, even though he's canceled right now. But like, I feel like Cody Co kind of treats it like that 9 to 5 based off his like behind the scenes logs.
Yeah. Well, also like his company, right? Podcast company. He employs so many people. He probably has 50 employees. Think about it. You could work for
Yeah,
somebody
eventually
like
the creative route becomes the traditional route,
Yeah.
where even when you have somebody like a Kevin Hart, for example, who has Heartbeat Productions, it's like a proper like corporate like style thing where he hires a bunch of people to take care of all of the paperwork of things and all of the kind of like
Yeah.
mundane tasks.
I met 4 people that worked under Mr. Beast, and now they work for like different org because through connections. So like they still work corporate, but they're like still in the content world. But
They're
it's
like working in the industry. Of
they're working
entertainment.
industry.
like
with,
if you get
good
big
jobs.
enough, you're gonna need that stability and structure. So then you create that exact system
Yeah.
that like you almost like you know, maybe you escaped it or maybe you didn't want to go down that route.
Yeah.
But in order to get there, I remember there was this quote that like I forget who said it, but they were saying that like in order to reach this level of success, like whether it be an athlete, an actor, like one of those crazy kind of like dream chaser type of careers, you have to have a healthy amount of delusion. Because if you listen to, you know, when you're young, a lot of your elders are just people who keep it quote unquote realistic. They'll guide you to a much more kind of like, here's the blueprint of like what works, go down this route.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for your healthy delusion, you wouldn't like make that effort to be like, no, I think I'm really good at this thing. Let me go for it. Or sometimes it's caused by like trauma or no kind of back against the wall, whatever. And they get to those levels that are just kind of like the, you know, less than 1%.
Yeah.
But it takes a ton of delusion, because if you kept it realistic or whatever, according to like what works for most people, you would never get to that place.
Yeah. And I think like what I was trying to say over there is like it can be realistic too. There's just so many jobs and opportunities.
Oh, it seems more possible over there.
Yeah. Because like even if you're not a big creator, you don't become a big creator.
You're getting a job possibility right now, dude.
Even if you're not a big creator, like you can still work in that creative field because there's so many opportunities there, whether it's in music, whether it's in film, whether it's in, you know, content, like all that stuff is available, you know? So that was like really eye-opening.
Okay, so after all of this, are you moving to California?
I want to. I think like it's not, the thing is, I don't think it's necessary. I think like if someone was like somewhere to ask me like, hey, do you think, you know, I want to get into film, music, whatever. I think if you can make it there, That'll be awesome. But like, I think if you can establish yourself and kind of have like connections already to help you, you will save a lot more money and time.
So you like the way you did, like go for like part time,
Yeah, I like,
or like every now and
I
then.
also like going part time because you kind of like sprint, you kind of work faster. So like, I was like saying yes to every opportunity, right?
Yeah, you were talking to me about this. I really liked it. You were saying that if I had gone there for like a year, I would have been more comfortable and not like sped up
Yeah.
certain processes.
Yeah.
And because you were there for 3 months, you were like, no, like I can't afford to slack around. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave on this date. I have to milk this.
Yeah, I hit up other creators and I'm like, hey, like I'm leaving before the month. Like we need to like get coffee or we need to hang out. So then like that would happen. And then like I would learn from them, you know, whatever, we just chat. And so I think that was good. I mean, I would obviously love to live there. I think like,
Do you
yeah.
want to go again next summer or anything like
Yeah,
that?
I also want to explore like New York too. I think New York would be a cool place. It's closer. It still has like a lot of ambitious people doing like different things as well. Obviously, it's a completely different vibe, but I like how it's closer. And honestly, I loved New York first. Like when I was like first, especially watching Casey Neistat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He made New York look really cool. So that might be an option. Just explore that for a little bit. But I do think it's very important for people, especially when they're young, to go to a different city, and especially a big city where like things you like are happening there.
Ooh.
I think it's very important. Like it was so eye opening. Like literally, I was like, "Dang, dude, I wish I did this earlier too." And I was like, but those like 3 months were longer than the last like 4 years. I kid you not.
Just because how much was packed into it.
Just
like
because
you
how much,
got
yeah,
so much done.
literally. So
Yeah.
I love that.
yeah, it was like awesome.
Slay.
So, yeah.
That's dope. You had also taken a trip to Pakistan / Umrah.
Yeah, I did. I went to
How was that?
Pakistan. I was out of the country for 5 weeks. I went to Kashmir for 4 weeks, and then I spent 1 week in Saudi Arabia. I went at like a really interesting time though, because I've been working a corporate job now for like 3 years, and it was kind of like unheard of to take off this much time to be able to go, and like luckily I had almost like the excuse of a religious pilgrimage to even get approved for something like this. And I don't know how many opportunities in life that I'll get to have like an unpaid like month away and like be able to kind of unplug and do that. But it was so important to have like a priority shift for a little bit, where like over here, everything that we're like yapping about all day and like doing these things and like,
Kettle corn lattes.
yeah. But like even like the simple
California.
things in my life, like going to the gym, doing my job that seems so important to me, like to be able to do this, to make this happen, to do these
Climbing
things.
an endless flight of stairs
And then I go
just to
there,
stack things on your back.
and a family's entire priority is to make sure that like there's 3 people involved, their day is involved, and like maintaining a buffalo, getting its milk, making it into yogurt, making it into milk, making it into butter, like, and then like making food and then doing it all over again the next day
burger?
at 5 a.m.
A burger? Also?
Smash
No,
burger?
No,
Oh,
not a
okay.
burger. That's only when it's like, that's like sad.
When it's sad?
It's like sad.
Like when it wants to commit?
No, like, okay, so one of the cool things about it was that my uncle, who is from here, my uncle moved from here back to Pakistan recently, and he opened up a cow farm. Okay, and cows are expensive in Kashmir. It's typically buffaloes that are primary source. So having a cow farm is like very expensive. And so one of their cows ended up not doing too well. And it was like a sad thing. And then they had to like eat its meat and stuff, but nobody was happy
The
eating its
cow
meat.
was sad.
The cow was sad. All the cows, like farm mates were
Did your
sad.
uncle run like psychology clinics for the...
No, they were all crying. All the cows
The
cried.
cows are crying.
They
They're
were
They
all
have tear
crying.
drops?
Like they were all like yelling and screaming
Oh, yeah.
because
What?
Yeah. So basically, the cow that he had, they gave him a shot, right? And that shot went badly. The cow sat down and then never stood
Like
up.
vodka, Bacardi.
Rum.
All of them.
All of them
One of each.
combined into one. Oh, it makes sense why it's crying.
And so the cow sat down and didn't have the like stamina to stand back up. And this cow gave a lot of milk. So it was like very important to the farm.
He didn't prescribe him like antidepressants.
No, it physically
Sands.
could not stand back up.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's like once they are down and they can't stand back up, they're done for. So they had to then, because they couldn't physically move the cow in front of all the other cows, they had to sacrifice it.
Oh, dang.
In front of all the other cows. And all the other cows are crying, screaming, like the whole farm is
Like
loud.
set an example.
Is
You want to be unappreciative for life? This is what's going to happen.
It was crazy.
Wait, on the real note, like what kind of a system is this? Why did he slaughter the cow in front of all the other cows?
How do you expect for them to pick up like a 600-pound
Put
cow?
a tent or something.
They
so it was
cannot
like
move the cow. They
No,
physically
just put like sticks.
Put wheels on it.
Guys, we're in the middle of Kashmir and the roads are made of rocks. Like our resources are very limited.
Something is off
Yeah,
here.
something's off.
No, like our resources are extremely limited.
No tents?
Saddam Hussein the cow, bro.
Huh?
No tents?
Tents. What do you mean by
Like just make like a tent around
Yeah,
the...
like put a barda like a
they had like these section where they go milk the cow, so there was walls, but like the cow itself was crying and it was like a loud moment, and like I guess the energy shift too, and then they had the meat that was being distributed.
Did
And
you cry?
I came 2 days after this happened, but everybody at the farm was so sad, and my
Should've
uncle
came 2 days
my uncle
earlier.
didn't take the meat home.
cheered it up.
He took the meat home?
He didn't take the meat home.
So what happened to the meat?
They gave it to other people.
The other cows?
They didn't give it to the other cows.
Its spirit could have lived on amongst the other cows. Or they could have all gotten depressed. All sat down and they're like, "No."
It sounds like Amber had the opposite trip of me. Like mine was like superficial. Like mine was like Erewhon, you know. Hers is like I got the actual milk. Like you got oat milk, I got real milk from a crying cow.
From a crying cow.
Do they
There was no concept of dairy free. I had to just start drinking dairy again. Like there was no concept of oat milk, almond
Did
milk.
you drink the sad milk?
No.
Okay, good.
The tears.
The cow was sitting frost. We could not move the cow to get milk. The udders were underneath the cow. The cow was sitting.
Can
I know, but
tip
like
it?
you know when you sit on your nuts, like it can
Still
like
works.
you got to slide them to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
So it could have like uttered.
So
to the
you
sides
want
a
us
little
to
bit.
throw the cow on its side and then milk it for its last moment? You're
Yeah.
insane.
That's literally where the term milking it comes from.
Not its death.
Yeah, not its death.
Yeah, but that would be the epitome of milking it.
But like, do you guys, I don't know if you guys ever hear your mom talking on the phone sometimes, and I'm always hearing her talk and I'm always like, what a random set of priorities, right? She'll be on the phone. She's like, oh man, the neighbor's buffalo died. Oh, that's crazy. So what are they going to do now? Like what a sad story. Okay. Oh, but they still have 2 goats, right? Okay. Thank God. Well, at least they can be able to do this. Okay. And oh, her like chicken stopped giving eggs. Oh man. Okay. Like,
And you're like, okay, they don't have eggs at Wegmans. Go to Aldi's.
Oh my God, it's $6 for a Dunkin'.
and I'm like over here thinking, I'm like, Mom, like, what are you worried about somebody's like buffalo for? Like, this is so random. And then I went there and I was like, oh, this is like people's livelihoods. Like, if they don't milk that cow, they will not have milk to drink. They will not have butter to eat. They will not have yogurt to eat. Like, that is where their livelihood comes from.
There's no grocery stores there?
It is, but it's not real. Like the substances for them to go from, we're in the middle of nowhere. Like I really have to emphasize, we're not in a main city.
All of Amber's stories was like Windows XP, like wallpapers.
It looked like the old Bollywood movies.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Like
was
like we
gorgeous.
make fun of her for like always referencing it, but like it's really like that. There.
Yeah. No, I think there was one. I think I sent a picture of a mountain or like posted on my story. She's like, "This looks like Kashmir," and I'm like, "After your stories, yeah, you're actually right this time."
Yeah.
She's not exaggerating.
Yeah, she's not exactly.
And it is
it's real.
gorgeous. And so for me, I did like going and hiking and all that type of stuff.
Why did you start this whole thing about
The depressing
cow? Why did
cow.
you
No, no.
start there?
I'm getting there. It was because it was a priority shift. Like all of a sudden, nothing that I did here
Oh.
mattered to anybody over there. None of it would, like, all of a sudden I looked at myself and I was like, I'm yapping on a computer every day and none of it matters here.
Like the village is upset because it's like, today we lost a cow.
Exactly. It's like their priorities are completely different. It brought me down to 0 really quickly. And like, I was now caring about somebody's cow passing away and like what that meant to them and the financial impact and emotional impact it had on their families. And like, just like, if somebody had a kid and like, for example, if anything happened, people would show up. Oh, you had a baby, we're showing up. Oh, you're sick, we're showing up. Oh, you're leaving town for 2 days, I'm coming over there. I'm like, and
I was sick. Where were you guys?
that's what I'm saying.
I had COVID
it's
for the
different.
4th time, apparently.
I would have flown out. I didn't know.
And you flew away.
Yeah.
You said, ew.
Ew. COVID?
COVID.
In 2024?
But
like,
you were like, no. Everyone gather. Everyone. Literally all the cows gathered and watched like, yo, we got to see this shit.
It's because you're not the goat, you know? You're not an animal.
Damn.
Yeah.
like, and part of me was like, these people are way too free. But at the same time, I was like, no,
Free as in like they have too much free time?
yes, that was originally where my like thought process started. I was like, these motherfuckers got too much time on their hands to be just showing up and this and that, whatever. But like, that is like the true sense of like, it takes a village.
Community, yeah.
It's a village, it's a community. And it's like the reason why, like, if I could be in my room and be like, help, I would have 50 motherfuckers around me in 10 minutes tops.
By the way, that's
Without
exactly
knowing.
how it sounds when you yell help. Moo! Okay, sorry.
Are you done?
It was there.
She was a sad cow.
I was a sad baby cow.
Let's all gather while we cut Amber's legs off.
Oh my God.
Everyone gather.
But then I went to Saudi Arabia.
Wait, hold on. Let me like.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
let's, like,
I thought you guys were
deconstruct,
down to
package,
You
like-
guys are
Not to
straight
beat a dead
jokes.
cow, but
Yes, please deconstruct.
get it?
When-
Does that hit you different a little bit?
What?
Not when somebody's like, not to beat a dead horse.
No.
She's like, no, that hurt.
If it was a cow, it'd be different.
Dang. What'd you miss most about like the DMV area when you went there?
My
Wi-Fi?
car.
Your car.
Oh, okay. When you came back and you posted a story, you were like something about like the freedom it feels to just like drive your car. For some reason, whenever I come back from vacation, especially from like a kind of more remote place,
Yeah.
like that, I always drive.
Yeah.
First thing I do, I come back, I always just drive. Where? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine me like 3 months without my Kona, bro. I was depressed.
But you had your own car.
I didn't have my
Your car.
My
Dude, you are so spoiled, it's not even funny.
Out of touch.
Cows are dying.
Influencer.
Cows are being euthanized in front of other people.
Imagine you have a horse at home, but you're riding someone else's horse.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss your horse.
Okay, and now imagine
That's
this.
actually so true.
Imagine having somebody have to ride the horse for you, and you can't ride that horse yourself. So
Damn.
every time that I wanted to leave, I had to have a companion
That
of
was not
some
a good-
kind.
This ain't old Betsy. I miss Betsy. No, but dude, yours is a car. What do you like?
Yeah.
It doesn't purr the same.
It doesn't.
What is it? Electric?
No, it was it was gas, but it was like, it took like way more gas and it was like more expensive.
Shamir, I mean this so
was less
disrespectfully.
efficient.
Fuck off.
See, you're out of touch, not me. No, I'm kidding. But yeah.
Yeah, if I wanted to go somewhere, then I had to ask a driver. Motherfucker, if I want to leave the house over here, I take my keys and I go.
She's like, I need to go to the next village over. The cow's sleeping. It wakes up at this time. You can catch the 4 p.m. shift.
Wait, what's wrong with like bugging the driver?
So my family was all relying on one driver.
Oh, so you're
And
like,
so it's my dad's driver. And I have to now get permission to go somewhere. Not just permission to go, but permission and availability. So it's like I'm not on my own time. And I can't just go to the bazaar by myself. I need like
it's a safety thing too, right?
it's a safety thing. It's like a guidance thing. I don't know where I'm going. I have a general gist, but it's not really it. One day I had to go to the tailor, and it was underneath like my grandpa's house. So there's my grandpa's house, my maternal grandfather's house, and underneath it was a house that invited us for dinner. Okay, and so visual grandparents' house.
The house that invited you.
The house invited
The house
me.
itself invited you to dinner.
And then a stadium full of 200 guys that are playing cricket, and then the tailor's house. Okay.
Wait,
Stacked.
I'm sorry.
How's
the,
there
the stadium
stadium
is
is the second floor?
stacked?
It's a mountain, guys.
Oh, gotcha.
So yes, going up the mountain, there's all these things.
Okay, so we're not thinking in stories. We're thinking
Yeah, I was
in
like,
mountains.
what the heck?
In one mountain, it's all stacked.
Yeah, we
Okay, going
need
up.
we need to think in elevation, not in flights of stairs.
Yeah.
Like level 3 could be like space.
So over here, I can put somebody's address in my phone and just be there, right?
There you need coordinates.
Yeah, actually.
Compass.
Yeah. So we went on a little hiking trip.
Follow the blue star.
Northwest Pijao.
That's kind of what it was. They stopped their Jeep and I had to hop out to go to the Taylor's house. I turned back and I was like, wait for me. I'll be right back. I go to the Taylor's house. I turn back around and I go to the road and my car's gone. Okay. Now I have to pass a stadium of 200 guys. So I'm walking up the stadium and they're all like
Staring at
standing at the end of the stadium. And I'm like, I actually need to ask them for help, but there's 200 of them staring at me and it's an uncomfortable situation. So I just trudge right through, walk through the 200 guys.
Through
and
the stadium while they're playing?
No, the road that was right next to the stadium.
Okay.
And I finally get to the top and there's a guy who looks more reserved. Okay. And I was like, hey,
Damn.
is there a...
Wait. What did he look like?
He just was like, just kind of like...
He had his
Shoulder
arms crossed?
shrugged.
That's
yeah,
what it takes?
in a corner, just kind of like
He'd be hiding a boner.
possibly.
He could be sketchier.
Yeah.
I
be a
learned my
mascot.
lesson.
Oh.
Here we go.
I
He had a
asked
boner.
him. I asked him. I said, "Hey, is there
You
a
asked
road
him,
that
is
goes
that a
up from
boner?
here?"
G.
Ha, Miri Hadi. Okay, so he's bricked up. You asked him.
No, so I was like, "Hey, is there a road that goes up from here, or a set of stairs?" Like
The only thing that goes... All right, sorry.
Frost, cut me off
All
one
right,
more time.
no.
So I was like, "Is there a road that goes up from here?" He gets excited that I'm talking to him. He goes, "From here, a road? No,
The body language was excited, or...
yeah, body language."
So you became
Right.
immediately extroverted.
Immediately extrovert. He goes, "Oh, a road from here?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "No." I was like, "A set of stairs?" He's like, "No." So now I have a deep incline, steady incline. I'm talking literal incline of a road to now walk up the mountain because that's the closest site that I now know. And this guy goes, "Where are you from?" So I name my village area. He goes, No, but where are you from? I was like, he's
Oh, like America.
yes.
Obviously.
So I was like, America. And he was like, what do you do there? And I was like, work. Thank you so much for your help. I'm going to go. So now I'm fast walking, Stairmaster level, up the
All
longest.
that practice pays off finally.
It did. Literally stairmastering up this mountain. And I'm like, I'm just going to go to the closest place I know. The guy starts following me.
He's bricked up.
When I tell you I'm
mountain
running,
isn't the
the
only
guy
thing
is
protruded.
running. I'm running, the guy's running. I'm running.
Are you like
faster.
afraid of your life?
No, because I knew I could beat him up if I
Two
needed
legs
to.
versus
And
three.
Okay.
I had my
You're small.
Awala in my backpack.
Gotcha.
So if I needed to take my backpack
Your
off,
Awala?
yeah,
As in like the
water
Stanley
bottle?
Cup
Water
water bottle?
ours, yeah,
Oh, this thing is a weapon.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, let's show it. Bing.
And it was full. So I knew that I could take
No,
off
the
my
guy's
backpack.
boner is harder. That's true. He fights back.
He's using it like a a lasso.
Let me get this American.
So I am speed walking up this mountain and I'm like, I don't know if I yell at him, is he going to assemble a group of guys to be like, why are you yelling at him? I came to realize later they would have been at my assistance. Had guys come to like surround, they would have been like, why are you bothering her? But at that time I was like, let me avoid this confrontation, go straight to my maternal grandfather's house and get out the way. Okay. So
As opposed to your paternal grandfather?
as opposed to home.
Okay.
Paternal grandfather would be home.
Oh, okay,
right.
okay.
So I'm like in a kind of area that I don't know, but I recognize from my childhood.
And
enough.
this is 2 mountain levels up.
This is a high, probably like an increase of like 300 feet that I'm going up.
And on Stairmaster equivalent, how long does this take?
I would say about 20 minutes on level 11.
This is for the ladies right here.
Yeah. 20
They
minutes.
know
level
what she's
11.
talking about.
Okay. I'm running up this mountain.
The glutes are gluting.
They are burning. They're on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. I finally make it to my grandpa's house. And as soon as I start walking down the stairs, the guy stops and stares down at me. Okay.
How is he above you? I thought he was
Because
behind you.
now I'm at the top of the mountain. There's stairs that are going down to
Oh,
go to
going
the house.
down. Okay.
So I'm at the top of the mountain. I'm going down the stairs, and the guy is staring at me to see if my uncles will open the door.
Yeah. And is he growling?
No, but
Are you
he
foaming through the mouth?
he had a little kid try to follow me a little bit closer.
Little kid?
Yeah. There's like a
sending
little kid
in-
around.
Sending
So-
in minions?
Literally, he had a little minion.
Pakistani Gru?
I'm knocking at the gate. I was like, "Mamo, Mamo, Mamo."
And then you just start mooing only.
Moo.
Moo! Moo!
I was like, "Mamo, open the door, please." And he's not opening it, right? So then I go down a few more steps.
Turns out that guy was your mamu.
Dang.
Yo.
The guy is like following me and looking through the trees to see where I go. Okay, he's like full blown
There's
watching
just
me.
objects appearing out of nowhere just to add like the creepy vibes. Where did the tree come from?
Because we're in a mountain.
She's like, and then he puts on the Jason mask. And the knife comes out.
I don't even know this reference.
Like Jason.
Jason.
Nah.
Freddy versus Jason.
No.
Not the brain rot. Are you kidding? Jason Nash?
That's why I said, why would he put on a Jason
The guy
mask?
with the hockey mask in like
You
all the
ever seen that?
Halloween
Yeah, like
No.
horror
pictures.
slasher machete.
I know the hash thinking slasher.
All right.
So I
So
go
he's
to my
behind the
second
trees.
Mamu's house. I'm banging at his gate. I'm like, Mamu, Mamu, please, Mamu, right? And I'm saying it white as fuck too, because I'm in panic mode.
Mamu.
I was like, Mamu, Mamu, are you
Darwaza
there?
Kolo.
And I'm saying it in
Men
English.
merne waliu.
And I had this little girl who's like halfway down a mountain look at me. She goes, Appy? I've never seen this girl a day in my life. And I was like, yes. She was like, if you push the gate really, really, really hard, it'll open. And I was like, I'm a child in a grocery store. I was like, do you know where my mom is? And she was like, she's not at that house. I'm like, thank God she knows who I am. She knows the dynamic. I don't know who this girl is, but she recognizes. She's not a family member. She recognizes.
This is still horror movie like
Yeah.
accurate, by the way. Like a little girl comes, she's like,
You can just go through the door.
just push a little harder. And then when she pushes, it's like she falls down like a black tunnel, and it's just
Yeah.
like she's falling. Ah! And then the guy comes over and he's looking down from the door. And then his boner goes all the way down and grabs
picks her up.
You know, like Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man,
Yeah.
how he almost saved Gwen Stacy. Except this one, it goes far enough,
And picks
and
her
everyone
up.
has to grab it. And he's like, ah!
What the fuck is wrong with you?
And then she wakes up.
Yeah, dude.
And then
Good
he's right in front of her.
story.
Yeah.
What was that? What is wrong
You
with
didn't
you?
see that in your head?
Literally, we saw the same
Yeah,
thing.
we saw
How's that
the-
possible?
That was crazy. We saw the same movie just now.
Okay. So anyway, back to the
Yeah. The girl came and she led me down an endless amount of stairs. I'm talking literally, like, I'm not joking, 200 stairs. Okay.
Why are there? Okay, so the mountain. You're going up the mountain,
went up
and then
the
now
mountain,
there's
now I'm
stairs
going
on the
in the
mountain.
mountain
Is there an
now.
elevator
now
on the
I'm
mountain?
inside the
She's
mountain.
inside the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, so the stairs are inside the mountain.
Yeah. And now I'm going inside the mountain down.
Is there an escalator, an elevator?
Frost, we're in a mountain, bro.
I know, but the stairs just might as well be like.
They made the stairs because they live there.
Okay, they could have. All right. They could have had like a pulley system. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wh-
Or
It's not
fire
a poor
hydrant, like,
society.
you know, fire thing.
Oh, fire pole.
They don't
fire
even
pole.
have like a sewer system.
But
What
they got
makes you think-
stairs.
That is,
That's kind of hard. In a mountain.
they just put rocks and then cement over it.
Oh.
They're not like good stairs.
How's the cricket stadium?
Yeah, there's a 200 guy cricket stadium.
The cricket stadium is pretty legit. That's like the main thing that we have.
They're like, let's take all of our funds.
Put in the cricket stadium.
It's like elevator, no. Hospital, no. Non-depressed cow, or was it mental health for cows? No.
Stadium.
Cricket stadium.
Yes.
Yeah. Like the whole thing erupts. It's just like a stadium full of guys. Yeah.
Okay.
And where are the women? Like, is there anything
Yeah,
like
there's
equivalent?
no women on this, like,
Oh, they're at the
mountain?
Taylors.
The man mountain.
No, the women
Mm-hmm.
are typically like gathering at houses or on the mountain because they both have cows that they need to go. What's the American word for chara?
Climb.
Yeah, like they need their buffaloes to roam. So they'll sit together
That
and
makes
talk
sense.
while their buffaloes
Now
are
I
roaming.
understand why the cows are having mental health issues. They're spending time with the women, just probably being like, "Hi, my husband is playing cricket all day," and the cow's like, "Meow." And then it just hears this all. If the cows were in the cricket stadium, I bet you not one of them would have committed suicide.
Yep.
I mean, been put down or whatever you guys did with it.
Yeah, maybe.
Cows for the cricket stadium. We need to build a separate cricket stadium for the cows.
For the cows.
Oh. Well, I mean, the mountains are their cricket stadium.
And then now you're trying to be too metaphorical.
No, I mean
and it's not
literally.
working. And by the way, the whole CO2.
Mine isn't working. You just had Andrew Garfield have a freaking boner in the middle of a mountain, hoping it had an escalator, and then made it erupt
No,
on
it
me.
wasn't Andrew Garfield. It was the boner guy.
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew Garfield was just the reference.
Yeah. The boner guy acted like Andrew Garfield.
I got to the bottom
Andrew
of the stairs.
Garfield is a fictional character. This guy,
Yeah.
he's the real deal.
Boner Walla.
Actually, they base the Amazing Spider-Man 2 after
Boner Walla.
Boner Guy, cricket stadium enthusiast in Kashmir.
I
That's where
got
they
to the
got that.
bottom of the stairs,
Yeah.
and this lady's like, "Oh, come sit." And I was like,
Horror movie.
I
Who
was
is
like,
this lady now?
This lady is the neighbor to the house that I needed to go.
She's an old woman?
I'm still trying. Yes, and she.
See,
and
I
she
know this
Sketch.
whole
Oh,
story
mind
already.
you, I asked a little girl.
She's blind?
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
she has no.
That
front,
was good.
She has no front teeth.
Bro,
Yes.
more accurate.
I asked the little girl, and I said, "Hey, do you know where the lady with no front teeth is?"
You were just next to her.
No.
She
I asked
disappeared.
the little girl, and then she directed me down the stairs.
Oh, so you knew of her existence.
Oh,
I
you
knew
knew
of her
okay.
existence, and so I
Okay.
go down there, and she's like, "Hey, come sit." And I was like, "I need."
No, but
to-
it was more like, hey, come here.
yeah,
No front teeth. She wouldn't say sit normally.
right. And I was like, "Do you know where my mom is?"
She was probably like, hey, come shit. Come shit. And then Amber's like, but it's not a toilet. No shit.
Okay.
Right here. Shit. Shit on me. Amber's like, are you sure?
For the love of God, after I'm done this story, you make all the jokes.
Do you miss this?
What?
This? Being cut off every 2
Wait,
seconds?
does she make like cookies for you?
No, because
But it's like poisonous.
this is why it's pissing me off,
Yeah.
because you guys are gonna be like, yeah, like you told this long story about how like you like did this thing, and I'm like, no, I got cut off every sentence, so I literally physically could not finish it, and you guys made it 10 times longer
Amber,
than it needs to be.
Don't lie. We put so much sauce on that story.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but it's very derailing, okay? And then later you're gonna be like, oh yeah, you like told this long story. No, you guys made it long.
No, but like, where are we going? Otherwise, if without us, we would
It's
have
going
no-
somewhere.
We're trying to
I'm
help
trying to
people.
Going
finish
somewhere.
it.
I know, but we're trying to help people. Like, we're providing the cinematics, right?
Right.
Like, you've written the script, but like we're acting, we're directing,
doing the B-roll.
We're composing the shot. Like, we're trying to make sure that like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
story is
Yeah,
told
yeah.
accurately, and you win an Oscar. All
Okay.
right, go on.
Yes, the point was that if it was Apple Maps, I would have been able to get there just fine.
Wait,
but
what
now
happened with the old
I'm,
lady?
I'm
Don't cut
getting
off- don't
there.
stop
I'm
that.
getting
Okay.
there. But now I've made it through the stadium, through being sexually harassed, through like going down this, being busted on, walking down the stairs. According to your cinematics.
Whoa.
There's no busting. He picks you up with his
Amber.
Wangru.
Amber, we have to get it approved
Yeah.
by the rating system.
Yeah, there's no busting.
This is not
Okay.
going on X Hamster.
I get down there and I was like, do you know where my mom is? She's like, she's probably around here somewhere. I said, no. Where's my mom?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like around. And I was like, do you know where she is?
She's playing cricket. She's like, Amber, Chica!
No, she hears like yelling like from the guys, like, "Oh my god, what's going on there?" And then like Amber's mom is just playing cricket.
She's just like scoring on the doll, like lifting her.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, she has her own jersey with her name on the back.
No, but I saw this huge cloud of smoke going up. And through the smoke, I saw my mom.
What the heck?
And I go
She's-
there, and they
she's
were
lighting up
burning
a
a
joint?
fire. They burnt a fire to make the mosquitoes go away, and my mom was sitting behind it. And I was like, Mom, and I lost it. all my emotions. My legs are shaking. My knees barely work. And I basically lose my shit because I went on an hour-long journey. Mind you, Maghrib, Azan happened right as soon as I started getting followed. So I knew I had limited time before I lost daylight. And there's no street lights.
Wow.
And your mom's just chilling in a huge vape
And my
cloud.
phone is on 2%.
Just
Like a
juiced up off
villain.
Amber, check this cloud out.
No, my
she's
mom,
like blowing
O's.
my mom internally was trying to make her efforts to send somebody down because she thought
And it
I
was
was going to be at the Taylor for at least 10 to 20 minutes. So she was trying to get somebody down there
And it was blowing her
to
while
pick me up, but I had already left from there. So everybody's looking for me
Oh.
and I'm looking for them. And then at this point, and Sajila's trying to get Wi-Fi to try to call me, whatever. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. All I kept thinking, I was like, thank God I had some recollection of this mountain structure from my childhood or I would have been fucked. And like, that's where it comes in is like, if I had my own car, I would have been able to whip my shit, put in a little Google Maps address, whatever. I checked to see my uncle's address. This shit was so bogus. It was like house near city, 12 steps down, red top. I was like,
It's pretty
that's
simple. I feel like that's pretty.
I'm like, that's the address?
12 steps down.
That's
Red
the
top?
address that if like say for example they want to order from Cardi, J dot, whatever, that's the address they're putting in. Because there's no
Wait,
literal
is
address.
there Prime shipping there?
No.
There's no
Yeah,
Amazon?
the drone.
The drone. Yeah, the drone. Or it might be like through Cow or something.
Through cow. Did you guys know that the Kaaba was the first ever created worship space for any like Abrahamic religion?
I didn't know that, but that makes sense.
Yeah,
Is that true though?
it is true. I did not know this. It was the first
I mean,
place of worship ever created.
Sorry, say that again.
It was the first place of worship ever created for Abrahamic religions. Historically, like ever. Jews, Christians, Muslims. And it was created by
Not
Abraham.
not like old temples or anything. Oh, Abrahamic religions.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wasn't it shifted from like Jerusalem to there?
Yeah.
So it was beforehand or something?
This was the first like created sacred space.
Oh, created. Okay.
Yeah. Like they created this place for the sake of worship. Yeah. And so
Can't make any jokes there.
Yeah.
thank God.
Literally.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I think Saudi is like so cool because it's like, you know how like it was like seeing the Full House original house in person.
Bro, that is crazy.
Wait, you're saying you're comparing
She's
that
comparing the Kaaba, the famous. You know when people are like,
Not Kaaba,
what?
being in
Saudi?
Saudi.
you know
Okay, but
Like
you know
this
how they
is
say.
like you're driving by on the street.
you're saying you're comparing it to the show Full House and seeing that house in real life.
I have not seen it in real life. I'm just saying.
But you're comparing that.
But you know how
Yes.
everybody's like, doing the wah and like they're all like, they probably in their head they probably hear like something nasheed. You know the famous is like, ah. Amber's hearing everywhere we go, everywhere.
you know what's
There's
crazy? Remember we went to the Full House house?
Yes.
I was like, this is the Mecca for white people. I literally said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that
No,
crazy?
but
But
it's
she's it's reversed for
they
her.
literally refer to that like to everything. They literally call Madison Square Garden, the stadium in New York,
The Mecca for concerts.
It's not even like the Mecca of anymore. It's just they just call it. They refer to the Mecca.
Really?
That's how people refer to it now.
You went there, right?
Yeah,
For a
I've been
show?
there twice.
Were you like astaghfirullah? They call us the Mecca.
I mean, whenever they talk about it, like even on podcasts and stuff, they're like, "Yo, like I performed there. Like that's the Mecca." They just stop there.
Oh, they
Like,
use it
it's
as an adjective.
It's become the like official nickname for a lot of people, and like you know how like you don't even think about what the original reference is. It's become that for I think like
Yeah.
a lot of like white people.
Yeah.
But we have our very own over here comparing it to
The Full House.
Full House.
No, I'm not talking about the Kaaba itself, but yeah, I am because, like, okay, we were.
Wait, symbolically, like if you use the words "Full House," that's pretty like that.
Whoa.
That kind of works right there.
kind of deep.
You know how they like the house of Allah.
But like you know, you hear
The
all
Full
these
House.
like Islamic Quranic stories growing up, like even for like Hadra, who like ran back and forth and then she found Zamzam water, and it's like you're literally during Umrah walking between the mountains in which she walked.
Yeah, you're like kind of reliving these stories or whatever.
You're physically there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so I thought, okay, this is only going to happen at the Kaaba. And then we start leaving to go somewhere else. And they're like, oh, yeah, this mountain is the mountain that the Prophet walked past in order to find safety outside of the city, whatever. And they're just like, oh, yeah, and this one is like when the Prophet did this. And over here, the Prophet did this. And it's like, whoa. Like these are things that I've heard of my entire life, and all of a sudden it seems
You're in
so
it.
far removed to
Yeah.
like real life, and then all of a sudden you're there and they're like, oh, this is physically where it happened. Like it's so far removed in my everyday life that I'm just like, oh yeah, it happened somewhere at some point.
Yeah.
And then I'm there and I'm like, whoa, this is where they shot Full House.
Oh my
You
God.
understand the gist of what I'm saying, right? Like I'm just trying to make
I like that. That's your like that's the comparison, because like that's the only thing that you
not for me internally. I've never seen the Full House house. I'm just
have.
saying
You even seen the show Full House?
I love Full House.
Okay.
But I'm saying that, you know, like that feeling of people being like, oh my God, this is where this was shot. Like, you know how people
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that? Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, this is where this movie was shot. This is where this was shot. That's where I went to these places and I'm like, oh, this is where this happened.
It's, the feeling is similar. You're saying?
Yes, yes. I was just trying to make a like emotional comparison.
Yeah. It's just a very funny comparison.
Aware. Yeah.
You know what would be exciting? Like when one day they have, like, you know, the meta glasses or like any kind of AR,
Yeah, VR.
glasses or something.
AR.
You put, yeah, augmented reality.
You want an AR?
Yeah, because you see the site, like
Oh,
you're actually
while you're out there.
While
Okay.
you're there, you see it, and then maybe you see like phantom figures of like reenactments, like, you know, like Battle of Badr or like whatever. Like it's like the actual way that it would have went down. Or like you can just see kind of like you look at the cave and then you can see like the stories unfolded. Like
Yeah.
that would be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
True.
So was it a spiritually enlightening experience for you, the whole thing? Were you ever like, were you removed from like real life and being like, oh my God, like
it was like, I feel like the only other time you get to be like that deep in it is like, and this, it can't even compare, but like is Ramadan, when like you're deep in prayer, like and
Sure,
making
yeah.
dua and you're like shedding a tear, except you're physically in front of the Kaaba and you're like, this is where we face towards literally to pray. And I'm here. I'm literally here. I touched it. I couldn't get any closer to being here. How grateful like am I? Like this is amazing. But while I didn't realize this on my journey, I didn't realize how much I would love Jeddah. Like, you know those cities that you go to and you're like, oh, I could totally live here. New York, Cali, whatever. I went to Jeddah and I was like, oh my God, I could live here.
really?
What's good about it?
It was like the perfect balance. So Mecca and Medina, you need to be Muslim in order to enter. Jeddah, you do not, right?
Okay.
So
I already understand where this is going.
it was like you didn't need to wear your scarf, but people wore abayas like with it open, or like they had their own twist to it. You could wear an abaya and you could wear a niqab and nobody would blink twice at you, or you could wear your hair out, a regular shirt, regular jeans, and nobody would blink an eye at you. It was like very clean. The beaches were so clean. The train station didn't have a single piece of gum on the tracks. Like everything was so clean. There was a system to everything. Everything's very man-made in Saudi Arabia. There's no like,
Literally.
there's no like,
Because the women wouldn't be allowed. Okay.
the woman can drive now in Saudi Arabia and they're taking over. There's a lot of like reform.
First accidents reported.
The amount of accidents skyrocketed. Oops.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
I feel like if the U.S. had one harbor to take care of, that harbor would be so elite and so clean. Well, that's how it felt like being in Jeddah. Like they had one place where they can put all their money into to maintain, keep clean, and like just make it like perfect. The nightlife was very like everybody was out at 10 p.m. sitting around the beach, having tea, like bringing a thermos of tea, just kind of sitting around, like being able to do it. And then one last thing that was really important to me is that the McDonald's cookie in Saudi Arabia / Pakistan is crumble quality.
Oh,
wow.
Crumble cookie quality.
I don't like crumble cookie.
It's just a really good cookie is what
It's
I meant.
thick.
It was just so not this one. It was a quality cookie. You know, we ordered cappuccinos in the McDonald's in Pakistan. They gave it to us in a real mug.
Dang.
Excuse me?
No, I know that. Like in Pakistan, like McDonald's like gourmet.
Yeah.
Like it's nice.
The average person cannot, like the average person with a working salary, it's not financially responsible for them to be eating there. Because
Right.
like 2 days worth of salary for one meal is not worth it.
Yeah, like when you go out there with your family, like people joke around here. They're like, "Oh, you're gonna take on a date on a McDonald's," but like there, if like you're having a nice day out, like you might take the family out to McDonald's because like
Right.
it's nice there.
Like a kid's birthday party is an expensive thing. It would be like 5,000 rupees for like 4 kids. And like that would be a rich person's like, you know, or like a wealthy person's like situation.
And it's
Whereas
like quality food. It's not like here at all.
it is. Over here, it's like they couldn't give a shit about what they're throwing into the bag. Over
Like you
there,
wouldn't get Red Robin's quality. Like Red Robin's is worse quality than McDonald's there.
we had a metal detector to go through before we walked into McDonald's. We had ballet. Somebody opened somebody opened my door so I could get
Not
into the car.
McValet.
And they literally instructed us out. There was people constantly walking around monitoring. There was
It's like we got health insurance at the McDonald's. They had McTampons for women.
you know, like when you go to like a fancy place, there's like an attendant in the bathroom
Yeah.
maintaining it. There was a full-time attendant in the bathroom in McDonald's.
Wait, I've always like wanted to ask. They're girls, obviously, right? Are they like, are they like? I don't know. I feel like I just can't imagine a girl attendant. Because like the guys are like overly like, like, oh, let me give you cologne, let me give you gum, or like let me wash that for you. Are the girls like that too?
No, they're more chill. They're like, if you would like something, feel free.
Okay.
They didn't have any like additional things.
But they had that in the McDonald's.
No, at the McDonald's they didn't.
Why are you so hype about the women's bathroom attendant? What do you think? It's
He
like
doesn't know.
Victoria's Secret model? Like,
Yeah, that's what I was
here's some lingerie.
Exactly. That's
Bro,
what
it's just like you just took a
'cause
shit. Like
the guys
here's
are
some-
hype. Like the guy's like bald. He's like waiter with
bald. Who do you think? What is Vin Diesel serving your bathroom attendant?
He's got the little like the waiter like what is that thing? He's got the
the cloth.
The cloth. Yeah, he's like, oh, would you like some cologne? And then like I'm like, damn, I'm just like here.
Bro's
It's
like
a
going to the
concert.
bathroom at the WWE with a rock serving him or something. Here you go, brother.
No, they have like that basket full of like gum, candy, and obviously you don't take any because you don't want to like tip. And you're like, no, I'm fine.
I
But,
don't
like,
take any because it's like the bathroom. I'm like, there's definitely like,
But that guy's been
poop
cleaning
particles.
That guy cleaned the poop particles. He probably absorbs it.
Yeah, now he's
Okay.
handing you gum.
Not absorbs it.
But he's probably chilling in there.
It's like absorbs through his pores, and he just takes a massive shit at the end of the day.
See, now she's doing it.
oh my god.
I've always found it kind of like embarrassing a little bit. Like if I'm the only one in there, I'm just like, bruh,
It's a little
can you
awkward.
can you
Yeah.
give me a moment?
The McDonald's lady did give me a minute.
She did. She left.
Yeah, she left when I went in
Yeah,
there.
probably, she was probably woo. That girl going off.
Dang, what she have?
Damn, she had the McTriple.
No, she just like saw that I came in there. I went in the bathroom. When I came out, she wasn't there. And I didn't even poop.
She's like,
Frost, don't. I'm wearing Schwarzkopf. It wasn't a thing.
wait. She's like sniffing. She's like, she knows if you brought outside shit or if it's like a mixed shit. She's like, yo, this ain't the mixed shit right here. You brought something from home. This thing is stacked.
They had donuts at McDonald's.
Oh wow. I thought you were gonna say the bathroom.
No, she left donuts.
Oh my
She also
God.
left streaks.
Frost, what is wrong with you? Go away. Be
He
done.
started this with the bathroom attendant
done.
thing.
No, it was a normal
He
like
had
thing.
a normal question about it.
No, but he was like hype. He was like, what are the women like in the bathroom?
Yeah, because
I
he
wish
was-
I had a woman attendant. He's like rubbing his fingers together.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you're doing it right now.
Why are you making him into a
No,
cricket?
this is this. Is the into the what?
He's,
Into a cricket.
he's doing the AMOG, like the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Elite, what's it called? The top G
Top
pose?
G pose. It's like nice, natural. Like that's what the guy in the bathroom does. Like he waits for you with the with the cloth. So I learned it from him.
Yeah, you guys want to move to Jeddah? That's nice.
I mean, so far you just sold me on McDonald's overseas.
I know. It's where
Wait,
it
listen,
went.
do you know that Pakistan has a crumble cookies?
But it's
And
spelled with a BLE.
BLM.
No, it's the official crumble.
It's not the official crumble.
It's not?
No.
But it's crumble cookies.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh, it's like a spinoff?
yeah.
But their account is savage.
Really?
Yeah, like they make really, really good like content. Whoever's doing their marketing, Crumble Pakistan, like look it up. At all of their posts, their replies, everything, it's so fire.
I went to the expectation there.
Huh?
I went to the
Egg expectation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is
I
that?
believe it.
They look at your like ovaries?
Are you stupid?
What?
The restaurant, Frost. Expectation.
Oh, what is it?
Never mind. It's just a restaurant. It's like a restaurant here, but over there it was like whatever the restaurants that are here that exist there are just 10 times nicer
Yeah,
there.
KFC, bro.
Oh my
some of the
God.
best. They have this zinger burger.
Yeah.
Oh my god, absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Singer.
They had a masala chicken tenders. They were fire. That was good.
It doesn't taste like fast food either. It's like
Yeah.
tastes like
Quality.
real food.
You know, when I went there, it said McDonald's fine dining.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, slay. And like, I don't know what it is, but something about KFC has taken over Muslim countries.
Yeah.
Like in Saudi, KFC, big deal.
It's crazy because like KFC is like not.
KFC is
Hype here.
so
So
tanked here.
regular here.
We had a KFC and they closed it immediately. And then what did they open there? An Arby's. I
That's
don't know
another
how,
irrelevant one.
I don't know how, but Arby's be getting like restaurants, and I've never seen anybody there.
Apparently they own Buffalo Wild Wings.
Right.
No. What?
Arby's owns Buffalo Wild
Arby's is running some sort of
Ponzi
money
scheme.
laundering.
I think people who eat Arby's are closeted, and there's a lot of
Closeted what?
There's just closeted Arby eaters.
Can I say something?
What?
I feel like it's a safe space.
You eat Arby's?
Is it a safe space?
No.
It's not.
You eat Arby's,
Maybe
don't
another
you?
time. Their curly fries are kind of nice.
Their curly fries are good.
Curly fries.
Their curly fries are good.
Closeted.
No.
We're all
But
closeted.
like, I would never
arbors.
go there just for the fries.
Like when they're
because
like,
like I've had
Arby's,
the other
we
stuff.
have the meats.
What would you go there
I'm
for?
not, I'm not there for the
It was
meats.
a road trip. It was a
How
road
did
trip.
you get the fries?
It was a road trip. It came with the meal.
Were we on the road trip together?
I don't think
I feel like the
so.
last time I had Arby's was on a road trip.
Maybe.
Are people getting
Arby's on road trips.
and then they're secretly put on?
The road trip epidemic.
I would not go there again.
That's how they get you. They are injecting something in the food, and then in the middle of the night, people are getting up and saying Arby's.
Wait,
What
maybe.
is the Arby's logo?
It's the hat.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you remember there being like a shawarma there?
What?
Oh.
They had a shawarma.
a gyro?
There. Gyro or something.
Yeah.
They had gyro there.
They did.
Okay, maybe we weren't on the same trip then. Because I remember we were talking about it. They're like, oh, they had a gyro there. So that was crazy.
Yeah.
Gyro at Arby's.
That's insane.
What else do you like from Arby's? You freak.
No, I think they only have they just have roast beef, right?
That's an insane fast food concept. Let's have a fast food. So we just do roast beef.
Wait. Have you guys ever heard of Boston chicken?
Boston Market?
Boston Market.
Boston Market.
Yeah.
I've never had it.
Yeah.
They have rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're selling rotisserie chicken. One time, like I always talk about T-Mobile Tuesdays, they always have these
Yeah.
random deals on
You
there.
went to Boston Market.
We went to Boston. So my brother and I, we went to Boston Market, right? And then we go there, and the guy we're like about to pick up the order, and he's like, "You guys here for Popeyes?" And we were like, "No, I thought this was a Boston Market." He's like, "Oh, okay, never mind." And then,
DoorDash.
yeah, but why are they getting Popeyes from Boston Market?
Because DoorDash be like sneaky like that.
Like what?
Like, you know, like DoorDash has like random restaurants that maybe you've never heard of.
Oh,
and
it's a fake restaurant.
it's a
but
fake restaurant.
Within a
Or-
restaurant?
like they're advertising it Popeyes chicken, but it's actually Boston Market chicken.
No, but it would be Popeyes, but like like they have a deal with them. For example, like you'll have Buffalo Wild Wings. You're like, I don't want Buffalo Wild Wings. Or you could get something from like Wing World. You're like, what the fuck is Wing World? And then you get your packaging and you're like, this looks oddly similar to Buffalo Wild Wings. And then you order from them and you
take
pull
the
up to the
sticker off.
address.
Wait a minute. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and then you pull up to
Throw
the
that parts.
address and you look it up, and that address is what Buffalo Wild Wings. They just market it under multiple names.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
like
so
Nolly
weird.
Fresh, and then they also have one that's like Fresh World or something, or like Fresh Salad or something, and they remarket it underneath that. So if they were saying that to you, you
Boston Market, more like Boston mismarketing.
no, that's all of DoorDash is one big misrepresentation.
Have you guys ever had Roy Rogers?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. Have you not?
I feel like my brother was obsessed with it. I was like, dude, it feels like
Okay,
it's rat meat.
I'll say this. Roy Rogers has this fan club. Roy Rogers and Fuddruckers have this fan club that are like, yo, have you ever had this? And they're like, all right.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, like it used to be here, but like you don't know about it. It's just like one of those things that's like,
Cult following.
it's like, you know how how you remember something from your childhood, like Lunchables, and you're like, yo, Lunchables were the best. But then it's like, oh, you mean these right here? And then it's like, yeah, those.
No, they
Don't
used
try
to be
'em, though.
good.
Don't
They
try
used to
'em,
be
though.
good.
And then you try, and it's like, ew, is this styrofoam? And they're like, no.
They
like,
used to be good.
They changed them.
Yeah.
No, they were always like that. You
Yeah.
just remember
Them differently.
like you were a kid.
So that was Roy Rogers.
You're just depressed overall in life right now, and you're just like having that impact on the food.
yeah.
But the food didn't matter then. You know what I'm saying? Like the cow would say the same thing.
We're going too far off.
Sorry.
Zoom it back in.
Okay, can we end with the what was it called? Strange stories.
Oh yeah. New segment. Ooh, strange stories. Strange stories.
Strange stories.
Strange stories. Send in your strange stories.
That was
Yeah.
really, really good.
Thank you.
Sometimes
Sorry.
She was trying to do a cute laugh and it accidentally came out as the real one.
Yeah.
And now people are horrified,
So we have a listener submitted story, a dating story.
which we're now calling into a segment Strange Stories.
Strange stories. Send in your strange dating stories
Or any stories.
or any stories, but for Amber, send them to me if they're dating stories because I'm super interested.
Are you
if it's
playing
like
a
about
Boston
school or
Market right
something-
now?
What?
I said, are you pulling a Boston Market right now?
In what regard, Frost? Please
We-
explain.
We discussed before the podcast that we're calling it Strange Stories and not dating advice. And then you're like, okay, yeah, it's actually strange dating stories.
No. I was saying send those ones to me and then send the boring things to you guys. The other strange stories that are not dating stories.
Okay. So
Okay.
you're just door dashing it.
So we have a listener who sent in the story.
Okay.
They said they matched with this girl on Hinge, and it's a little explicit.
You have this memorized?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were gonna like read it.
No.
Did you submit this?
No.
She has the story memorized in her head. I want people to know this. She has it memorized. Okay.
Okay, so this follower said that they went on Hinge and they matched with this girl. This is a guy. So he matched with a girl on a dating app. He thought that she was really cute and they ended up talking for a little bit, FaceTiming. They had like similar, chaotic, but really like fun energy, right? And this is explicit. So if you need that warning, then so be it.
Can we hit the explicit?
Okay, that one. So
You've been warned.
they end up going on a date.
The way he's staring at you, ready to push it.
They went on a date.
This guy's trigger happy right now.
And after they went on this date, they were like, okay, good energy. We'll keep it moving. Okay. The next time they have.
Take your thumb off. I'm not gonna be able to listen if I. All right.
So the next
Just get
time,
out of the way. Okay.
The next time the guy invites the girl that he met on Hinge over to his crib. Okay. And all of a sudden this girl like shifted energy and she was like, hey, no matter how much I beg to sleep with you.
Sorry, mistimed.
No matter how much I beg to sleep with you, do not let me sleep with you.
What?
Weird, right? All of a sudden out of nowhere. And he was like, she was already on her way. She had the address, whatever. So she comes over.
She said that before she went over?
Before she reached to his house. She said, no matter how much I ask you,
It's a trick.
don't sleep with me. Okay?
Sounds like a trick.
Yeah.
I know, right? So the girl comes over. They're having a good time, whatever. And eventually she starts getting a little weird and she's like begging him, whatever,
Like
right?
undressing.
And-
Please don't.
So she leaves and she's like, 1 second, I'll be right back. She runs back to her house, comes back in lingerie.
Okay.
Okay. And the guy continues to be like, I am not sleeping with you. I'm good. Okay. And so this girl goes, she leaves, whatever. And so the guy is reflecting on this. He's like, what the heck am I supposed to do? Like, this was really weird. So he goes, and do you know those Facebook pages that are like, are we dating the same person? DMV, dating the same person? New
That's a
York
page?
City. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Actually, you've talked about this before.
Something
Yeah.
similar, yeah.
So there's one for guys now where they can go and they can either post the person they're talking to or if they want to post any red flags about this
Is
person.
anybody else dating this witch that says, don't sleep with me and shows up in lingerie afterwards?
So he goes on this page, right? And there is a,
This is when she pulls out the phone, by the way, to make sure the receipts are accurate.
yeah. They said, they posted a picture of the girl,
Okay, all
this
right.
random person.
Oh, you can do that?
That's the whole point of the page. Is you post a picture and you say what the problem is or you ask for advice.
In the lingerie or not?
Not in the lingerie.
Okay, then I don't want to see it.
The thing, oh, mind you, big part of this story, the girl's lore was that she told this guy, the listener who submitted the story in, she told the guy that she lives with a roommate who's a guy and that guy is gay.
Okay.
Okay? So now the listener who submitted the story says,
And he's still tuned in.
well, at this point, there's not much time between her leaving and him opening this page to go post about her or see anything. He hasn't had time yet.
Okay.
He goes to his Facebook page and there's a picture of her posted with a red flag that says she lives in blank, details in the comments. Okay. And the person writes, she lives in blank with me. Her dad and I split the rent. We recently broke up. She tells dates that she has a roommate, but it's really me, her ex. I was under the impression that we were actively working out our relationship till she mentioned having dating apps and then told me she just likes attention and was being petty. I was being patient and didn't really mind due to the situation. After a few days later, she's crying to me, telling me she's sorry for hooking up with someone recently and made fun of the lack of the size of the dude. Very toxic, manipulative, victim mentality, bipolar, verbally abusive, lack of accountability, and very poor communication. I've dealt with it for years and I don't wish it on anyone.
Wait, lack of the size of the dude.
Right.
No, but not him. Because he
He said he never slept with her. Okay.
that's what he said.
So all the comments are starting to say like, hey, like I was just like trying to provide like solace to the person, just like other things. There's not really anybody who's like somebody comment was like, I don't see any of the details, but she's pretty cute. Like, she's bipolar. That explains the whole situation. Like nobody's saying like, oh, like I know this person except for the person who submitted the story. Okay. The listener for the podcast. He said that he hit up the person and was like,
The
ex and was like, dude, we've been talking for like 2 weeks. We just went on a couple of dates. And he was they both basically said to each other, you got it, bro. It's fine. Like, she's all yours. And he was like, no, you got it, bro. And he's like, no, I'm good. You got it, bro. And they basically just decided to pass the person off.
This is the most like they see uncle mentality when it's like, except when they're fighting over checks. They're like, no, it's me. No, it's me. But it's the opposite.
Opposite. Yeah. And so at this point, he already had the girl blocked. And he was like trying to go about it. But he's in a place now where he wants to know, should he unblock her to confront her? Or should he just keep her blocked?
Is this a real question?
Yeah, because he
okay, it
he's in a
depends.
position where he's saying that like this person told me a complete set of lies.
Yeah.
Like, should I confront this person, or should I just leave it be and let it be in the past?
The question should have been, when should I have blocked her? And the answer is when she said, if don't sleep with me no matter what, or whatever she said. That's so like, how are you not icked out? Like, that's so cringe immediately. Like, what, you're already in a setup.
Yeah.
Who says that?
Okay.
Okay, now
I would
here's
a-
your real advice.
I would ask, how bored is this person? If he's bored, let's get the facts.
Ooh.
Let's update the podcast right here.
Let's
get
have an
a part two.
episode of Impractical Jokesters.
Yeah. Let's like tell like, let's see what information you're gonna ask her, confront her, and then give us the details.
Let's play the game.
Let's play the game.
Saw
If you're bored.
12.
If you're not bored, if you're busy, you don't want to like interact with this witch, keep her blocked. But yeah, let's entertain it.
Let's
Let's
entertain
see,
it.
Let's see where this goes.
Oh, Toxic
Yeah.
Shimmer. The Hollywood Shimmer coming out.
Hollywood Shimmer. This is a movie.
Content.
Content.
He said
gonna
he was
record it.
like,
Fairly Odd content.
he's like, if I was to unblock her, I
Yeah.
can unblock her and just send
Okay,
her
can I,
ex's name.
yeah, but she's already like, she knows what she's doing. Like, what is the actual like point? What does that do? Like, confronting her, what would that actually do? Like, would it make him feel better?
I
Would it-
guess that would be the reason.
But like, this person is so far removed from reality.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you tell like, oh, I caught you, and then she's like,
So
even if she's like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like a and what?
do you want that still?
No, he says that he doesn't.
Well, obviously, I mean, who like you're gonna get yourself like then take a shovel with you because you're gonna bury yourself deeper and deeper and deeper, and
This
not
is true.
and not in her because don't sleep with me no matter what I say.
And also, she's gonna relay your size to said ex.
That's not the worst part. That was like the lead. Shamir thought it was like, why does she out my man's like that?
Why'd she out the dude?
I don't know.
But this is a confirmed witch.
Yeah, but I mean, also, how helpful are these pages? Like, I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
I've
The
posted
fact that
on
he
them
found
twice.
it. The fact that he found it.
Yeah.
I
Because
feel
you have
okay.
to scroll, right? Like it's not like,
Well, you can search somebody's name.
oh, he searched it,
Like-
her name.
Like, if I'm talking to a guy from, say, I don't know,
Minnesota.
let's say Dearborn, Michigan. I would go to the
didn't
Dearborn
use my
page.
example.
Oddly specific.
I'm thinking
I was like
of
Minnesota.
a
She's like
community.
Dearborn, Michigan.
What were you thinking?
I just said Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah, I just meant like
In
a
the waterfront
city.
neighborhood.
Like, there's not
The
like a
Blue House.
Maryland one. There's like a DMV one, or like a,
Yeah.
whatever, or like a Baltimore one. Say I'm talking to a guy in Dearborn. I'll join the Dearborn page, and I'll just search his name in the search bar. And if
That's
his
not gonna
picture
work.
pops up,
Ahmed.
Abdullah.
5,000 matches. What was it? Abdul Muhammad. 5,000 matches still.
Mo.
yeah,
Mo.
no. But I've
10,000.
posted in those groups twice.
He posted in this group story?
I've posted
Oh,
in
you
those
post-
groups twice.
Can I say something? I don't know what it's like to have to search, but I feel like if I have to go on one of these places,
Yeah.
I'm already out.
Yeah.
Well,
If I
it's
feel
good, though.
even remotely sketched out, I'm out.
I feel like nowadays going on the group to search a name is the same thing as Googling somebody's name.
Also, I guess it's different for girls, but in this case, it's just like as a guy, I feel like there's so many tells that if you just
I feel like it's like that early stage where you just like stalk somebody. It's not even like for a negative or you're not sketched out. I think, yeah, it's like you're just like, all right, let me learn more about
Like, you know,
this
you go
person.
on somebody's
you can
Facebook
learn a lot
profile
from, like-
pictures like one a little too far back when you're first.
yeah.
It's like it's the equivalent of that. Like, it's just
yeah, that's
like
what I'm saying. Like you can find out so much just from like the Instagram.
Yeah.
But if I feel like I have to go on a DMV
Facebook page.
search page where
Yeah.
I'm like, has anybody seen it? First of all, me posting on there with a picture, I already feel just like,
yeah, but
I don't want to.
first of all, it's anonymous that you post. Second of all, it's important because then you can see, for example, as a woman, I want to see is there an abusive pattern here? Or is there anything like that? So even though I felt like I had no reason to check this page,
Yeah.
I'm like, let me just go and make sure, because if I have that, like, it hurts me more not to do it in the long run than it does for me to just post it. And I mean, like, I posted it recently, not
did?
recently, but like I posted it in the past few months for the guy that I'm talking to. And what?
Okay.
And obviously it came back like dead, but it was good to know, because if there is somebody who's like out for blood, they're going to make sure they put it out there. Yeah. But I have put another person out there on the pages, and there was like 4 comments kind of letting me know that person's lore.
3 hits.
Hit markers. Call
Yeah.
of Duty.
It sounds kind of fun, like spying.
Yeah.
Like
Community.
Finding-
It takes a village.
It takes a village.
Takes a village.
Kashmir.
that cow had some hits on it.
Yep.
Oh my God.
This was fun, guys.
I guess.
We are back.
All right, I guess these guys, I'm telling you, these guys don't care about 200th episode. They're just numb.
I care. I just
I
don't
had
think
fun.
it should have taken me 200 minutes to tell a story, but that's just
We liked your story. Did
Yeah,
we like it?
we loved it.
We loved it.
We love Bonerwala.
We were able to. We co-narrated it.
Yeah.
love that. I'm so glad we were able to do that
We're
together.
co-hosts,
Co-host.
and it's been
Not co-host. We are not co-hosts.
yeah, co-hosts.
We're not.
Moo.
No.
It's been another week.
Another flavor.
A little less stranger.
We'll talk to you next time.